can't just label somebody something. I'm not talking about whether or not he raped the. Not once have I referenced that. I'm talking about straight.
Got to say something different.
I think your register is different because we know it's two men.
My bad.
You know what I mean? But he's 7. Like he's a 7-foot athlete.
Yeah.
Like let's be totally honest. Like that's the power dynamic.
If he decides you guys are having sex,
it's up.
That's
And defensive player of the year, so you can't get around him.
Yeah. If he makes that decision,
or if he blocked the door, you are done.
It's up.
AM, genius, sound. What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? Huh? What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? Huh? If you could change your thoughts, you could change the world. So much more to life than chasing diamonds, gold, and pearls. Lately it's been debated that maybe I am the greatest. I'm joking, there's no debate. You can't ignore the great. See, I'ma switch the world up with my 15 seconds.
Welcome back to What You Thought, the funniest podcast on the planet. Good job.
What?
Put your phone down. Appreciate that.
I was putting my phone down anyway. This nigga's crazy.
Pop got COVID again, him and Baif.
Together.
Yeah.
Together.
They hitting the last bit of COVID that's left in the world. They need another run.
COVID cousins.
I'm Darnell.
The Express is moving.
Glad you want to step out the room for that.
So good. My clap's getting louder, pause. We got Derek, a.k.a. Hands, doing every job possible, doing audio and the switcher.
I clap it up.
Word up.
We'll clap it up for him.
Juwan, a.k.a. HR, will be back. He just stepped out for a few. Bradley putting out fires. Alpha Memphis is making some music or something like that. We got Mr. Nasty Man himself,
Hey.
Reg in the building.
That's that out.
I don't really fuck with the
With that name?
the name. Like I don't understand it. I understand it. Never mind. I understand.
Yeah. You know exactly why you have
I
that
understand.
name.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to see you in person.
And call you that?
What?
I'm waiting for them to see you in person and call you that.
Who?
Whomever.
Nah,
The
that
cadets.
doesn't.
The cadets.
That doesn't happen.
The Regites.
They can be like, Uncle Nasty Man.
Nah, uncle.
A grown man call me. Yo,
They call
Did I
Snoop
say, why
uncle.
would it be a grown man?
They all call Snoop
what?
uncle.
Who? Wait.
Who?
Who?
Who came
Who was
with the
watching
name,
this?
Who came with the name Mr. Nasty Man for you?
I don't know.
Whose voice was that? Those are children.
Oh, okay, I get.
There you go.
Okay, those children. Okay,
Yeah,
I get you.
those children.
I thought you meant like random people
Nah,
on
I
the
was waiting
street.
for adults to call you that.
Oh yeah, no,
They will soon.
no.
And that's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Lamar in the building. Back on the couch.
My boy Amar out here moving like a bad bitch, man.
Bad
About-
nigga. Bad nigga.
Nah, no, not calling you a bitch, but I'm saying you moving like you about to get treated. You about to get scooped up.
I'm waiting. It's
You about
cuffing
to get
season.
flued out.
It's cuffing season.
You about to get
The draft's about to be a draft.
You about to get flued out.
Listen, man, I'm trying to get drafted high.
But is there anything wrong with him getting flown out?
No, okay. So on the one side, it's dope because like we've been talking about like niggas being treated a certain way for a long time. It's just like, I guess it's just programming through society and shit where I just can't gel with a girl telling me like, yo, get dressed, I'm about to come pick you up. It's a big space
You
of
never had a
discomfort
woman
for me.
say, get dressed, I'm gonna come scoop you?
Nah.
You never had a
Really?
woman take you on a date?
Nah.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
Nah.
Oh man, I feel for you.
No, wait. I've had women try, and I'd be like, "No, I'm good." No, 'cause I'm good. Because like, first of all, the one side of it is I'm very selective, right? So like, if a girl's like, "Oh, I got you a Christmas present," or "I bought you something," or "I want to surprise you," 9 times out of 10, I don't like whatever you bought me or wherever we're going or whatever you chose. I would never go there myself. I would never buy these things. Not because I'm not capable of it. I just don't want it. At this point, if I don't have it, I just don't want it. Right?
If you say so. Because they say I bully you, so I'm going to stop.
What? No, please say whatever you want to say.
Full of shit.
How so? Please, go ahead.
You're full of
Please,
shit.
go ahead.
You do not have everything you want.
No, I'm not saying everything I want. I'm like, if she bought me a Ferrari, I'd be ecstatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that'd be
Me too.
great.
Me
But
too.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying the stuff like within reason that she's buying me. If she's buying me a pair of sneakers, hey, if I haven't already purchased these, I probably don't want them.
Right.
Like a T-shirt or this or like that type of things.
Okay, it sounds like you're choosing the wrong women then if they're not taking you to places that you
What
like.
I've been saying for
and
episodes.
That's
No,
what it
it's
is.
not about choosing the wrong people. It's about I'm just a particular person. I'll give you an example. You can take me to a restaurant you know I like, right? I might not be in the mood for that particular restaurant this month.
Oh, so you're the bad bitch.
No, I'm
That's
not.
what it sounds like. Sounds like
I'm
you're
not.
You're the bad, not him.
No,
Sounds like
I'm
that's
not.
you.
Omar.
Huh?
The cheesecake. He's a cheesecake.
I
maker.
can't go to Cheesecake.
Nah. I would go to Cheesecake Factory. Nigga, during COVID, I ordered Cheesecake Factory every day. I'm not
That's 'cause
going there.
nothing else was open.
No, that was like fast food though. Like Cheesecake Factory is like
Disgusting.
fast food to a degree. Like if you're looking at Fridays, Cheesecake Factory, nigga, like that's a everyday thing to me. Don't take me out there like this is special occasion or it's celebratory.
I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory.
Why not?
I've never been to Cheesecake, by the way.
So what's the problem?
So
You've been to Fridays.
I've been to Fridays before. Very rarely do I go to Fridays. But this was stemming from the conversation about the girl who I said I didn't say nothing on our episode. I actually agree with her though.
Yeah.
I would have been mad if I'd have pulled up to Cheesecake.
Yeah. There was this meme that was like, she's probably dressed head to toe in Shein, but she's complaining about the Cheesecake Factory. Dog, it's a fact.
First off, you can have standards. There's nothing wrong with having standards. I just
It's,
think you
it's
gotta
not about
communicate that.
it's not about standards. I think it's a perception thing.
Well, this is why I wouldn't go to Cheesecake. I have standards. We live in a space where
But
the
you've
food
never been
culture
there.
is crazy. Let me say this. Our food culture in the Tri-State area is crazy. Like we can go eat so many places. I'm not going to a restaurant where a dude getting paid $11.75 can cook you Alfredo, jerk chicken, and General Tso's all in the same spot. I'm not going there. Take me to Indian. Let's go to African, Jamaican, Spanish restaurant. The food culture is too good here. So take me to a real restaurant. I'm not going to a chain restaurant.
It's a little sassy.
I might be a little sassy.
Nah, I mean it makes a lot of sense what he said actually.
Okay.
But
I love
good food.
I don't think anything's
But
wrong with the Cheesecake
I'll give you an example though.
I ain't going.
You could take me. So I went out once to an Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah.
There we
Now,
go.
yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
I mean, it's possible that you go. I might not like.
So if you take me to a place where like if it's like Asian fusion or whatever, like there's more of a selection where I might not like this, but you know what I mean? A place where both of us could kind of enjoy the food or there's a bit of a range there. And Cheesecake Factory, like if I'm hungry and I'm out and there's just something quick to grab, it's in the league of fast food spots. It's not bad.
I'm a pass. There's better food out there for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
my thing with her complaining about it, right? Is like one, you could have still got the car and be like, do the date for 30 minutes and be like, I'm good. I'm not messing with you no more, right? And
Could have did that.
And you can explain to him like, yo, I just don't mess with Cheesecake Factory because X, Y, Z. Like how you broke it down, if somebody explains that to you, makes sense.
The lack of effort, I mean, I could get.
All right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is a clear
Yeah.
lack of effort. Let me take you somewhere that got everything. You're gonna find something on the menu. Nah, I'm good on it.
And I don't know where they were based or where they was at. It could be.
It might be a different place.
Yeah.
be-
Where we live, I'm
be
not
the
going
spot.
to Cheesecake Factory.
So he was better off just asking her out for a coffee or some shit. But to be honest with you, just looking at her, she wasn't interested in son. She just wanted to go out, free food. If he took her to a fancy spot, she would have just took pictures of the food, not show who she was with, and just kept it moving.
But remember, he was supposed to take her to a nicer spot, and she was late. That's why they.
That was the.
Oh yeah, that is another thing too.
That matters.
Oh.
But either way, she was probably gonna be fucking with some other nigga at the end of the night. I'm just saying, it was all downside for son. There was no happy ending for him. Pause.
Okay.
That was a nasty bitch. He got lucky.
Speaking of happy endings, you gonna talk about your boy
Crazy
Dwight
segue.
Howard?
Oh, please don't. Yo. And I wish Pop was here for the topic.
Yeah, I'm glad.
because
He's
I
demonetized immediately.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just mad F-bombs. Yeah, Derek, what you think about that?
Speechless?
Till Gaffney.
Yo,
Yeah, because Derek is like the biggest basketball fan.
do you know how
What do you think about the stats?
Got nothing to do with
His stats.
basketball.
What do you think about stats?
he's a
Derek?
Hall of Famer for sure?
For sure.
For like
no rings.
for basketball or for the other thing?
Both. Now at this point,
He's Pee Wee Kirkland, legend in 2 leagues.
Yeah. Nigga's a 5-star pervert.
he's definitely a Hall of Fame. He's like a 3 or 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, multiple
is.
All-Stars.
Did he get a ring with the Lakers?
He did get a ring with the Lakers.
Okay.
He has a Olympic gold medal too. Like, he's there. But
That's interesting.
Dwight Howard, hey, whatever you into, right? We can all agree on that.
His business.
But when you're 7 foot, 200 and something, you can't be forced doing shit to people.
He pantsed
That's unfair.
him. The guy said he pantsed him.
Yo, it's mad unfair. It's like Venom running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you gonna
Pantsing
do?
people.
The
Enforcing himself.
the part that's like
Box out.
it is.
Ill pick and roll.
It's okay. So of course, what you do privately is none of your business, right?
None of our business. I don't really need to know.
But to some degree, when you sign up to be a public figure, like part of that contract is you're signing up to be a public figure. Like your business, even though we could say all day, oh, your business is private, it's just your business and all this other shit. That's not always a fact, right? Because we understand, like, the nature of fame is people want to keep consuming whatever is being talked about, whatever information's being like disseminated, and if it's scandalous, even more so.
Like Jada Pinkett.
I was you going back
Yeah.
to what I was saying. They all
So-
monetize their lives.
No, I'm not talking about monetizing their lives. I'm saying once you volunteer to be on TV, once you volunteer to be in movies,
become a
once you
public
volunteer,
figure.
so to a degree, you're signing an invisible social contract that says, my nigga, you can't be too mad if niggas talk about you because you volunteered
why
to
not
be
get
talked
paid?
about.
Right.
So you want him to get paid for molesting niggas, or like what?
No,
What
he
do
don't
you
wanna
want him to
get
be paid for?
that. For his life.
That's where he
If
went.
he came out and dropped the book right now, people would buy it.
No, I'm sure.
He is gonna get paid for this.
You should go
I think
manage
so,
him.
too.
So
I mean, if he need a manager,
He might end up back in
I don't care what he
NBA.
do with his life, but
he
I
went
want the
he
check.
went completely wrong with like molestation and like
Yeah,
forcefully
you can't.
That's
do
where he's
illegal
wrong,
shit.
right? If he was just
A regular gay nigga?
Hall of Fame
Yes, tall.
Hall of Fame gay
Regular
basketball
tall.
player, he'd be so rich.
Yeah, he would.
I feel like there's still a way he could salvage it.
That's tough.
Nah, because like at the end of the day, you have to. It doesn't, dog. Like Bruce Jenner killed somebody. Nobody talks about it.
Yes, we talk about it all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. We discuss it all the time. We gotta
He's
keep
white,
the
it's a little
memory.
different.
We gotta keep the memory of this person alive.
Dwight
Listen.
Howard allegedly forcefully
Listen.
Paying
All he has
somebody
to
and gave him
all he has to
my time.
that's it is
Yeah.
outrageous. All he has to do for like that community at large to embrace him, or for
Show up
the
at the parade.
extreme left
Go to the
to
parade.
embrace him, is for one, somehow pay that person off to recant the statement and be like, you know what, I just wanted attention. I mean, it happens. Like, my bad. Like, that didn't actually happen, or whatever the fuck, right?
That would have to happen.
Here's $250,000. Go sit down and
turn
go
to a
enjoy
civil
your
suit.
yeah. And then after that, like, once it's disproven, then he has to sit down with Good Morning America, where he's like, yeah, to be honest, the person like threatened me to blah blah blah. You know, just go through the
sound
spin
like his
campaign.
manager.
Yeah,
You used to be
just
his
go
manager.
through the whole spin campaign of I wasn't ready to come out as a gay person yet. Yeah, I do be running down doing some nasty shit. Like, you got me. I'm gonna be at the parade next week. By the way, I have a book coming out, NBA and gay, or whatever the fuck they call it.
And you got a name for the book.
Yeah, there you go. That's free
So
for
you
him.
want to be his
And be
manager?
gay.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want
Why
nothing
would
to
you
do
be
with
his
that.
manager?
Nah,
Be gay.
nah,
Be gay.
Why not?
nah, I'm good.
All right.
Because I already have a career, and I don't feel like our
You've been trying to figure
our
this career out for
lifestyles.
years.
But
I don't feel like our lifestyles align.
That has nothing to do with being a manager.
It does. It does.
Has
Very much so.
absolutely not. You work with people all the time in your lifestyles, don't you?
Yeah, they align. They align over there. It doesn't align over
His
there.
alignment.
There's not alignment over there.
His response or whatever. Did you watch his Instagram video or whatever?
Yeah, the response was horrible.
He was like, "You guys are weird,"
Yeah.
and it was like,
I feel like
We're the
whoever's
weird
PR
ones.
person, they took a nap that day.
They quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely left.
You guys are weird. Why do you care what I'm doing? Like, dog, because you're Dwight Howard.
Right.
And now you are a menace. You are
Out in the
forcefully
street.
doing that.
And on top of that, it's like when you circle back, and I think one of his baby mothers actually had made all allegations back in the day.
Yeah.
Where she was basically, and people was just like, nah, she's just a bitter baby mother. But like, my nigga, like that's part of the story. You can't just ignore that, Dwight. Your baby mother's like, why did we break up? Nigga, because he's gay.
But the sons was there the whole time.
No, yeah, it was.
And she also was
Yeah.
doing that really to monetize what was going on. She wanted to make money.
I thought
Yeah,
it was-
but
shit,
he
that's when I
wasn't-
was on Love and Hip Hop or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
On a reality show.
I thought
Yeah,
it
but
was
I mean,
Bosch for
at the same time, if you were being demonized
Right,
because
check
you
that.
broke up with somebody that was beloved by the public because he was this figure or whatever, and the only way you could like clear your name is by telling the truth in regards to, hey man, he wanted me to participate in some things that I just couldn't get with because it was just. I don't think he even wanted to participate. I think he just wanted her to watch. She wasn't even invited to the fray, the battle.
Did y'all see the footage of Dwight Howard on the bench when he gets on the bench?
was wild.
And like grabs the guy?
Yeah, but that's been around for a while. It's just now people are watching it with a different
they made
context.
One
yeah.
1+2.
The sign's been there.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, I know that guy.
Before it's
Mad
like he was a
Hustle, man.
weirdo, and now it's like he was actively flirting with niggas.
Yeah, he was molesting people.
Live your life, Dwight.
Yeah. No, stop. Like,
Not
stop
the
doing
illegal
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
But live your life.
Yeah,
God forbid you
encouraging
get
it?
Terry
No, you
Crews.
his manager.
We both man. We gonna
No, you manage it. You're like, nah, live your life, Dwight. Keep it up, buddy.
Amar, I'm disappointed in you.
Wow, what'd I do?
You're looking at this from a lens of him being homosexual opposed to him being a rapist.
Right. Well, he said it was consensual.
That's a
They
good
all
point,
do.
Jawan. And whenever it comes to like
I was
gay
actually
people
shocked
and women, he doesn't see all that.
I was shocked at Reg.
Wow.
Reg says, don't believe anybody. It sounded like you kind of believe in Dwight more so.
What do you mean?
You're like, yeah, whatever he did, I mean, just, you had the whole PR spin for him. Like, normally you're like, don't believe anybody. Do you believe
Don't believe
it's accusing?
anybody as in terms of what?
When they're accusing. Do you believe it's
No, I
accusing?
said I believe in the rule of law. You're innocent until proven guilty. I'm not saying don't believe
So he
anybody.
didn't do anything.
I'm
Possibly.
saying we should wait till all the facts come out because you can't just label somebody something. I'm not talking about whether or not he raped a nigga. Not once have I referenced that. I'm talking about
rape.
straight.
Got to say something
I
different.
think
Yeah.
your register is different because we know it's two men.
My bad.
You know what I mean? But he's 7. Like he's a 7-foot.
Yeah.
Athlete. Like let's be totally honest. Like that's the power dynamic.
If he
man to woman.
decides you guys
If he
are having
decided
sex,
Yo.
it's up.
that's
And Defensive Player of the Year, so you can't
Yeah.
get around him.
yeah. If he makes that
Once
decision,
you block the door, you are
it's
done.
up. It's up.
In the text message, me and Reg going back and forth, and we were talking about the haunted house, how Dwight Howard's at the top.
Oh,
And the 20Ks on the other side of Dwight Howard.
Yeah, man. That's
Say, he gonna hand you the
What's up?
20.
Yeah.
He's taking what he wants. You can have the 20. It's
No,
right out of his pocket.
he's making
Yeah,
you take
yeah,
the
you
20.
might get
He's
25.
like, nigga, you about to earn this
Yeah,
money.
you might get 25K.
You about to
his
earn this
pocket.
money, nigga.
Yeah. You gonna walk out there traumatized.
Word.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if he don't leave you alone. Like you get home and Dwight's there
still
too.
there?
And he's like,
He's
nigga, I
outside?
got another 20. I got another 20.
You about to get
for
40.
you.
Best haunted house employee ever.
Son.
Or worse, depending on how you look.
Yeah.
And then you go to work and then he's at your job too. And he was like, yeah, man, I got another 20.
They don't pay you
for
well enough.
Yo,
This is training at this point.
Yeah.
this, that was crazy.
He was like, let's make it an even 100.
Square away.
There's clips of like him talking about his diet and everything before, and he was like,
Yikes.
"Oh, how he ate like a bunch of McDonald's and Twinkies,"
Oh man,
and it all just sounds so bad now. I'm like,
he gonna figure out a way.
Yeah.
avid MMA fan.
I can see that.
That's wild.
makes
He is not evident.
He is.
He's not.
It make, he be at
He really
the event,
is.
though.
He
actually-
really
Yeah, but he's not
avid
there to
MMA
see the
fan.
fighting. He's there for the foolishness, my nigga.
He's like more men. Amazing.
those shorts. Yeah, NBA should have had those shorts. That's how.
Jesus.
But anyway,
MMA for Dwight Howard is anal.
that's disgusting.
Yo. That's gross.
That's disgusting.
That's gross. You're nasty.
Yeah, I didn't catch the first one. The more men, amazing. So I had to get more shock value out of it. But
Yeah, I mean, if he got ahead of the story like Malik Yoba did, I think he would have been better off because there wasn't
Malik Yoba's
much.
story. Malik Yoba was like, nah, I'm just into that.
Yeah, he wasn't accused of assault.
No, but he was about to get
That's
accused.
where he went wrong.
No, I'm saying,
We don't know.
No,
How do you know
I'm
he was
saying-
about to get accused?
Accusations.
huh?
How do you know he was about to get accused?
That was part of the story. It was like all over the internet. There were people saying that he was about to get accused of running down
You
with.
about to accuse?
That's
No,
Why?
they-
This is- I'm so
apparently,
confused.
apparently the rumor is, and this is because I'm searching topics. It's not because I have any type of fascination
We have-
with Malik Yoba.
when Malik Yoba said that, it was before he even started the pod. So how are you searching this topic?
What are you talking about?
Malik Yoba came out and said he was into
No, prior to
transsexual
that,
women.
basically, he came out and said he's into all that.
Right.
After that, there were many of those people who were like, damn, he beat us to it, because they were trying to like come out with the story, and while they
still
were
could,
figuring out why there's no shock value anymore. Think about it.
But this is
'Cause if-
2018, 2019.
Yeah,
right?
but think about it.
We just start this pod in 2020, and you start doing the topics in 2023. So what were you searching for this Malik Yoba?
Wow.
No, because I brought up the topic. Because we talked about it mad times, so I looked into it.
Let's move on from these people. Let's
We can't. Jesus Christ.
like I was saying, from one PR nightmare to another. DJ Envy, his lawyer told him don't say anything. He comes out on air, tries to state his case. Feds raid the office,
Yeah.
start snatching laptops. They arrest his former business partner, Flippin' NJ, aka Caesar. Apparently he made bond, right? $1 million bond was put on.
Nigga Caesar.
So 10% is about 100,000, and apparently he put houses up as collateral.
Oh, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Son.
him, Reg.
Caesar? No, I don't know Caesar. If I knew him, I would have no problem saying I knew him.
All right. Nah, I know you flip houses too.
Yeah, but like
Flippin' Rain.
apparently like
Rainwater.
he's way better at it than I am.
He's better at something. I don't
yeah.
know if it's the house flipping. But
I mean, I don't think he's completely inept when it comes to like flipping houses. I think he just saw an opportunity to scam people while continuing to flip houses.
I agree with you.
I think there are people that he didn't fuck around with, that they actually did business. And then I think there are people where he just saw some wiggle room in terms of scamming them. And then I also feel like there's also like room where people who do Ponzi type stuff feel like they're going to get ahead of the scheme.
they're gonna be able
right?
to pay everybody back before they-
Basically, before anyone finds out.
Right.
So I think what happened was, I think he thought, I'm going to scam all this. By the time like I flip the bread and do all this other shit, I'm going to get ahead of the scam and no one will be the wiser. It didn't really work out that way.
Clearly.
That's what how you know.
Clearly. Does the
How do I know?
You usually do that.
I haven't scammed
That's a
anybody.
detailed breakdown of the mind behind
He
it.
knows
No,
the Ponzi.
Somebody run the
it's a
Ponzi.
Now to the
detailed.
Ponzi.
It's a detailed breakdown of someone who knows finances.
Nice. Does Envy get caught up in all
Because you got to think, how many businesses are technically set up as Ponzi schemes and you just don't realize it? Your bank is technically a Ponzi scheme.
the pod is a Ponzi?
It's a legal Ponzi, but like you could deposit $10,000 in a bank and your $10,000 deposit turns into $100,000 by like the end of the week and no new money is created.
Yeah.
That's a Ponzi scheme.
No, that's not a Ponzi scheme at all.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah,
That
it
is not
it
a
is.
Ponzi scheme.
Okay, I'll give you an example. All right. So you deposit $10,000 in the bank.
Uh-huh.
Right? Once you deposit $10,000 in the bank only holds on to 10% of your initial deposit. 90% of that deposit gets reinvested, loaned out, so on and so forth.
Your money is also FDIC. It is also.
Yeah,
Up to
it's
250,000.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
That's fine, but I'm saying it is
What's
legal.
it, 50? It might be 50,000.
250,000, quarter of a million.
Okay.
So
So your money is good either way.
that $9,000, say Amar wants to buy a car, he borrows $9,000 from the bank, right? The bank basically gets that. So your $9,000, they give to Amar. Amar gives it to the car company. The car company then deposits it in the bank,
Yes.
right? And then now the bank loans it out again, but then it shows different because the $9,000 that Amar owes shows up as debt. So that's still kind of balanced out on the sheets.
So that's still not really a Ponzi scheme, right? A Ponzi scheme is
I understand what a Ponzi scheme is.
Then what do you
Let-
explain this for then?
Let him explain what a Ponzi scheme is.
But go ahead.
For those who may not.
Yeah. A Ponzi scheme is I take your money, right? And I promise you a return.
Yeah.
Right? And now for that return, I'm going to borrow and take money from somebody else and to pay you, right? So this way you get your return. I promise that person a return. Now I got to get money from somebody else to cover the return.
So
Yeah.
you're over
Right?
leveraged technically.
Right. That's
You're
a Ponzi
always
scheme.
over leveraged.
So that's different from the bank. How?
Because the bank has insurance and other.
And
Yes,
bank-
the bank has insurance. The financial crisis was due to banks basically not being able to get ahead of the scheme.
Right.
They over leveraged themselves, and then the market crashed.
That's the same
Right,
thing
but-
that happened recently with Silicon Valley.
Yeah. So my nigga, it's
And we
the
had two banks
same.
go
Hold on.
It's
No,
the same thing.
it's not the same thing because
The
from a bank,
technique and the math is different, but it's the same thing.
from a bank,
Not
you
the
can
math.
take money, you can borrow money, right? You can't borrow money from the Ponzi scheme.
Yes, you.
There's
can.
no money to borrow, usually.
Yeah, there is.
You're not borrowing money.
You're putting into.
You're putting money in, and they're telling you, you give us this much money, we give you this much back.
And
That's
then
the
they
The
get
Ponzi scheme, you're talking.
bank doesn't guarantee
You're
return
talking
to you.
about a straight linear definition of what a Ponzi scheme is.
Yes,
It doesn't
yes.
work like that in real
Tell me
life.
what's a non-linear Ponzi scheme.
It doesn't
Banking
work like
is
that.
what he's-
You gotta think about it as a pyramid.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, Jawan, it's not like you're taking the money and then you're doing this and then you're lending it. Then what would be the point of the Ponzi scheme if the person that was in the middle of the Ponzi didn't make a profit?
No, but he does make profit.
Because he's taking a percentage off everything you put in.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that person also buys assets. He buys cars and he buys houses.
So let's
And then
put
he
it-
loans it.
let's
He
put
might
it
have a
in terms
legitimate
of-
business to build around it. When
Put
you
it
look
in
at the
terms of
Bernie
flipping.
Madoff thing.
Put it in terms of flipping.
Okay, so in terms of flipping, that money that he takes, he probably does put into real estate, right? And he enriches himself. It looks good in regards to optics because the reason that you're receiving the money in the first place is because people believe that you have this business,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So
And he did promise
you're-
a return, and it
and
was
you're
higher than
promising
what
return.
you normally get.
So you're hoping at some point, maybe in the beginning.
Know what he just said?
I
His
understand.
returns were
Okay.
ridiculous. He's saying you're gonna get 50% or 150% off.
Hey, he
your money.
probably oversold it, but
like crazy.
now a bank won't oversell it. Bank's going to tell you we're going to give you
4%.
point. No, I think
5%. Like it'd be
not. It's
very
not
low.
even 0.5. It's 0.03%.
Well, it depends. There's high yield. There's higher yield savings.
The
accounts,
high
there's
yield is
CDs.
0.1% is considered
Nah, I get you a
yield.
4% savings account right now.
Yeah.
Or 5% savings account right now.
Like it's like an online bank, right?
Five-
And then that's
5%
like
is the highest.
who has a 5% savings
Off
account?
camera, I'll tell you.
Okay, that's
I got you. I just put
weird.
money.
Because like I think one of the highest checking accounts, not savings, is like 0.1%.
Checking is very low.
You know, I understand.
Yeah.
But like even savings to me, it doesn't really make sense. If I'm gonna put it in a savings account, I might as well put it in like
CD probably get
or an investment
Yeah.
account. Like I think I'm averaging like 6%. Anyways, a bank low key is a Ponzi scheme, especially now since they allowed banks that handled investments, like investment banks, to merge with personal banking. That was like Glass-Steagall, I think, after Bill Clinton got out of
It's been a long
office.
time, it's been a long time.
Yeah, so they're basically playing with people's money, and they're hoping that before the shit hits the fan, that all the money comes back, or worst case, the government bails people out, which is what happened with the financial crash.
Well, again, real quick, because I want to get it off of that serious financial conversation.
Yeah.
What happens to Envy and all this shit? Does he stay on the radio? Does he get
That's
caught up
tough.
in Caesar's bullshit? Does he get arrested?
So, what I think, I don't think he's going to get arrested because he's going to sing. He's already
Snitch.
made it clear that he's going to cooperate.
He's cooperate, yeah.
Right? And
And Caesar publicly establishing that he wasn't part of the scam, I think, helps him a little bit.
yeah, and then he said he was a partner. He wasn't a victim, though. Envy and his lawyer said he was a victim. Caesar's like, that's bullshit.
Well, I think that clip of what Joe said is he's not a victim if you're literally calling people. If you're asking Clue, Joe, Fab for money, it sounds like you're a part of it. And that's why that clip was kind of damaging.
You could be a partner and a victim.
Okay. He
Yeah.
clearly was soliciting people for money.
Yeah, but you definitely, well, basically, I think in the clip, it was more so I'm not soliciting people for money, but I'm presenting people with an opportunity, which is different.
His angle has to be is that he was using his influence for honest business intention, and then Caesar got dirty with it before he knew.
But
it.
he-
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna say.
He said he even gave Caesar money that he never saw.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
that I
the
believe
victim
too.
point of view, and I don't think his lawyer would co-sign that and put the statement out unless they could prove it.
I mean, depends on the lawyer. We all know that.
No. Like,
There's some
I
bad
mean,
lawyers.
I don't think he's using Pra's lawyer, so I think he should be all right.
I was a
Don't
bit
know.
shocked that he
Caesar, I
didn't
don't
miss
think
a
it-
day on the radio, even after the raid. They
need
raid your
money.
office.
No,
He
need
stayed there.
money.
they actually said the radio station wasn't raided though. They put a statement
was an
out.
office.
His lawyer said they weren't raided. They went in to actually inform DJ Envy that his partner had been arrested, and I guess to question him or something like that in regards to the arrest.
And he sent them with the cell phone. I'm lying. That's not.
Yeah,
With the mic on him.
yeah.
But
I
not the death of the Breakfast Club then.
I don't. No. I feel like it's possible that he walks away not completely unscathed. I think he takes a hit in regards to his public image, but if he can prove, and again, like I'm assuming he has a decent lawyer, that he was also a victim, then and he cooperates, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's gonna have to.
Caesar's going to jail.
Oh yeah, Caesar's definitely going to jail.
Caesar's done up.
Caesar's
He
kind of
said it.
owned he's going to jail.
He said it right.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to see what's in the case because there's only but so much telling he can do.
Right.
And if he's like gets implicated further and like people are like, oh no, I gave Envy this money
Yeah.
and I didn't get the money back,
And that's what they're trying to make it.
then
I do
he's gonna be in
think.
some trouble.
I think Envy gets hit with civil suits. I think they're gonna try to come after the radio station for some civil suits. People gonna try to get
And
the
that's
money
part
back.
And when
of
they
it.
and when they do that, then Envy's gonna lose his job.
And that's why I think the Breakfast Club is
And it's gonna be
I think
Charlamagne
it-
in the morning.
I think it
and
depends.
guest host.
I think it depends.
Charlamagne,
They're gonna
whoever you
come
want
after him
there.
for civil suits.
Yeah, if they
They're gonna
come
try to get
after,
the break.
they're going to come after him for civil suits. That's going to automatically happen. Now the
He's
tricky
implicated.
the tricky thing is when you get sued by one person, automatically, because I think the average person or the layman doesn't understand how like lawsuits work. There are such a thing as frivolous lawsuits.
Of course.
So
ambulance chases and such.
So if we all are in a room and Darnell has a genuine like grievance with somebody and Darnell sues him and we're all in here and we're like, well, we were there, so maybe we should
We could
just
all just sue?
throw in a lawsuit because at the very least, what happens when you sue a lot of companies or you sue a business or you sue whoever, they do a cost analysis and they're like, listen, fighting this is going to cost us $30,000. It's
Not-
cheaper
not
for us
worth
to
it.
just give them
Settle.
15 or 20
Yeah.
to just leave us alone. So a settlement isn't admission of guilt. It's just a basic math equation. I've been sued before.
I'm sure.
Nobody's shocked.
But the minute he cost them a decent amount of money,
Yeah, when it
Gotta-
when
Something
it gets to
will
a certain
have to
point, yeah.
Something gonna have to change.
I don't even think it has to be a crazy amount of money. I think it could be
I think it's-
50,000. They like,
I think it's
Nah, they gotta be higher than that.
I think it's less money, and I think it's more so like when the optics turn. Because right now their ratings are probably up because of this.
It might be. I mean, well, staying with optics, Young Miami winning another BET award for podcasting. She might be the next Breakfast Club host. But
I can see it.
what do we feel about someone like Young Miami? I think she had 6 episodes in her most recent season.
Like, hold on, before
Second
we
one?
speed past this, let's talk about how you just took Darnell's job.
Okay.
Oh no,
How do
we
you
agree
feel
on
about
this.
that?
Nah, that's Chris Paul and
You
Steph.
just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying Darnell, like
That's
he's
Chris Paul.
killing it right now.
I could play on
I
and off the
appreciate
ball. Pause.
Oh,
Here we go.
Dwight Howard time. All right, we can move on. My bad.
Mad boards. But yeah, Young Miami winning her second BET podcasting award in a row.
What's your job, Rich?
Just
Nigga,
take
I
all-
Your
said-
real life job. Tell the
take
truth.
all the air up in a
Nigga,
row.
Tell the truth.
My real life job, I don't know where to start.
Yeah, that's
man.
your job.
Yeah, I don't know where to start, man. I'm a
DT.
investor. I'm a consultant.
Flipping rainwater.
Ponzi scheme artist.
Rainwater.
I'm a landlord. I just evicted somebody, and that's like literally this
How many
week.
people you gonna evict? You evict-
If you evicted these people,
I'm
you got to be losing money.
No, I'm up because of the value of the property, but it's just like it's tough when you're an out-of-state investor. Once they know you're out of state, it's very easy for people to get like too
You be keeping
comfortable.
their security?
Huh?
You be keeping their securities?
What do you mean? The security deposits? Yeah, of course.
When you gonna do your real estate seminars?
Nah, never.
Nah.
Nah, man.
Joe said that's the first.
The crazy
step
part-
to Rico.
He's the real.
The seminars.
He's the real Caesar. Remember he was trying to get us buy a house in Illinois.
Oh yeah, on the layup.
It's
He's
Illinois.
like, yo, give me.
There's
give
no
me,
S on it.
Give me 1,500. I can get you this crib. And he was like, what?
1,500 for a crib is
Yeah.
for a house.
Okay, so again, those houses out there are like short sales. They're like mad cheap. I was able to snag one for like $5. All right, man. I just flipped it. Juwan, I can show you the paperwork. I bought a crib for 27.
You got your 1,500 ready? I'm just saying.
Nah, I bought it for 27.
Not to say
I
nothing
bought
on
it
mic.
for
You see how they be
27.
wrapping niggas up. I'm supposed
Dog, I bought it for 27. I flipped it for 120. My nigga, like, what? Like, where's
The
who am I
profits
hurting?
are crazy. The profit margin's crazy.
That's 150.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
How much money you put in?
Get you a crib.
Oh no, no money. You just gotta hang TVs and move them in.
What are you talking about?
That's what Caesar said.
No, you buy the house.
That's-
You
yeah,
buy the
that's what
house.
Caesar said.
You do whatever repairs, and then you move them in. But you move them in because you're waiting for the house to appreciate.
Frog and property development.
I'm not really even like half the time I let the tenants sit in there because it's like they're almost house sitting at this time because it's like it's almost better for them to stay in there
Squatters.
than and just let the rent accrue to the point where it's just like I don't know, I sue you or like you qualify for some program or I'm gonna get my bread one way or another. And then I sell the property and
We gotta move on.
yeah, we could move on. Stop playing with me.
Stop lying, eh?
That's what he does.
Stop lying.
Nigga, I have paperwork in the next
mental
room.
gymnastics is
Yo,
crazy.
that might be the envy clip.
What?
What he's saying, I call my Desert Storm family. I call Clue.
Joe
That's
told me
crazy.
Ponzi.
Lying. Nigga, you've been to my store physically.
Exactly.
Why you let him-
Exactly.
And my store's a scheme?
You gotta let the bus go.
Schemish.
Oh, okay. That's wild.
It's a shared address.
How's it shared address?
There's 2 locations at the address.
Why? Don't let him.
The
Aha.
barbershop
Take a
next
beat.
door?
That has the same
You
address.
own a barbershop?
Huh?
You own a
No, I don't own a barbershop.
That's fire, Red. You own a
that would be
barbershop
no.
too?
They're my neighbor. It's one building and it's like 2 storefronts.
got it, Joe. You own a barbershop. That's fine.
But Young
I
Miami
didn't know.
went in.
Darnell's a piece of shit, man.
I didn't know that.
Who else showed up?
I didn't know about
That's
it.
a
I would've
fact.
showed up. Nah, I would have showed up.
You're a good friend.
Don't
Man.
do
I am
that.
a good friend.
You're a good friend.
I am.
Just not on camera, but in real life, you're a good friend.
Good friend.
Horrible on camera.
This nigga been in my store once, and he ain't buy a single thing. He was there for 5
This
minutes.
is true. This is true. I still.
There's more.
I have like
context there
18
you
Lux
didn't even
Limited
catch.
candles.
You heard
You
Reg?
had a descent too?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't
You heard
get
Reg?
What?
There's more context to that you didn't even catch.
What?
When the mall came to the
I
store.
showed up. It was to see Jawan, but I showed
Oh
up.
shit, that is true. You pulled up to me with Jawan.
Yeah, I did.
That's so crazy. You are a piece of shit. You're a bad friend. You're a bad
I
friend.
did show up to see Jawan.
That's crazy. The candles are fire.
Hell.
The
They
candle.
were completely sold out.
Sent too.
Yeah.
The cologne.
The cologne, I think we have like one miscellaneous bottle left, but we didn't
That's
like
the
sell it because it was a sample.
Sprays on
joint.
people who walk by.
Yeah.
Like Macy's.
Yeah. Right outside spraying people.
I'm not doing that. Outside spraying people is crazy. Pause.
Young Miami winning 2 years in a row for.
It's disrespectful.
It is, but who really cares about a BET podcast award?
Oh shit.
There you go.
Okay, but how many? Okay, you gotta look at how many urban.
Anti-black.
First of all, for people who are constantly calling me white, you can't like devalue a
I
award
agree with
and
you.
then feel like people are going to place any value on it because the value of any award is intrinsic. The value
That's a
is
fact.
the
I
value
agree with
is
you
in the stock and the confidence people put in it, right? So that's number one. Number two,
Intrinsic.
Just word of the day.
That's a good word.
intrinsic, right?
Word of the day.
I like it.
Do you want to stop it? Okay, it's a word.
No, it's a good.
give
We
you a
applaud
compliment.
you.
Yeah, don't give me no compliment.
Put your shorts down.
That's crazy. So
The holiday hoochie daddies.
The holiday. Way out of season for the Hoochie Daddies, by the way.
nigga, it's like 80 degrees outside.
Which is the world is ending. But
Yo, the world is definitely.
Yeah,
The world is
no, it's,
going down
just,
to
it's
two.
done up.
80 is ridiculous.
The award is like for a urban because like if you were to think about urban award show, like it's not like the Source Awards around anymore
Ozone.
or any. So what?
The whole song is crazy.
So what award show do we have that is strictly of the culture? And the closest thing is
I think Soul
BET.
Train and Roll and BET are the two.
I would put BET over the Soul Train.
I would as well.
Right.
There's value in Soul Train.
So that's first of all. Second, there's no other, unless you're counting like the Webbies or whatever, there's not a lot of podcast awards out there. So if you're a podcaster and you're looking for some sort of acknowledgement or accolade or whatever, there's very slim picking. So those, I guess, podcasters, and as the space grows, that might be important. Like 2-time award-winning, blah blah blah.
That's fair.
I think it becomes like there becomes like stock in that in regards to the title.
I think a precedent is being set for podcasting as a medium
Now,
as a whole.
the problem is, one, her podcast doesn't put out that many episodes. It's like
5 to 6.
it's just
seasons.
whenever they get around to it. And two, from a cultural standpoint, I don't feel like it has as many moments or it is as culturally relevant as a lot of the other shows on there. So to put her show over the Breakfast Club or to put her show over, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Look at the audience, look at the impact, like
By no means does it make any sense whatsoever.
on
right?
None.
We all know
pay for them.
they are all bought and paid for.
They're all
right?
bought and paid for.
Yeah.
But like you said, what award show do we have, right? And the answer is we probably don't have one.
Yeah,
That's the real answer.
by far the most important.
BET is owned by Paramount.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's not really black owned, and you know what I mean. So it's not really for us how we think it's for us.
It's not owned by us, but I'm just saying for us. It's tailored for and directed at is what I meant.
Yeah. So is what you call it,
What?
Starry, soda, whatever it is. Every time you turn on anything black, you see the Coca-Cola version of Sprite or whatever it is, or Pepsi version of Sprite, whatever it is.
That's not black owned.
No, it's not black owned, but it's catered towards us.
Yeah.
How's anything that's not unhealthy, not like everything's catered towards us. McDonald's has commercials for black people.
That don't mean it's for us.
Sprite has commercials for black people. There was a Sprite commercial, I think
Well,
Drake
LeBron is-
did a Sprite
LeBron is
commercial.
one of the
LeBron?
biggest Sprite
There's
ambassadors.
tons.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think we actually have an award show, especially when we got to compare award shows to Grammys, Emmys,
Right.
right? Oscars. Those are the award shows. We don't have anything that way because we don't view the awards the same way, and we don't. I'm trying to think of the right way. We don't take ourselves as serious as those things do.
Yeah.
Because the things that make us cool is that it's not that serious. So
Is that really?
No.
I don't know about that one.
I think so.
No, I completely disagree.
It's a huge part
is
of black people view things that aren't that serious as cool, and things that are.
There's coolness in our nonchalance?
Yes.
Yes.
no, I don't think so.
Definitely.
I don't know if I agree with that. But let me ask this.
We don't put as much stock in it because of like, we have to look at like the way the social equity works, right? So if Jay-Z and Beyonce, if all of our top celebrities showed up, then it would look very different year after year.
Right, but that goes towards anything they do.
Of
It
course.
has nothing to do with the awards.
But that has everything to do with the awards. Because if you look at the Grammys, everybody's pulling up to the Grammys.
Drake is
Everyone's
coming back.
going to Grammy
You
after
going back
parties.
to the Grammys?
He actually allowed her loss to be included this year.
Yeah, and
Probably
everyone's
21
going
Savage.
to the Grammy after parties. Everybody's like, it becomes a whole thing. Like,
Right. But
So
that's the
I'm
same
glad
thing
you
with
brought up the
All-Star
Grammys.
Weekends and all that stuff.
I'm
People
glad you
care.
brought up the Grammys because I wanted to ask, do we see podcasting as a format or a platform expanding? Can we see podcasts be in the Grammys one day?
Yeah,
yeah, eventually.
Okay.
I can see that.
The Golden Globes just started including stand-up. I think as different forms of content evolve, people are going to start recognizing it, especially when it's a space that contributes to the overall public like consciousness.
And that's why I like
Podcasts-
that BET got ahead of it and started to set precedent and make podcasting be awarded.
Yeah.
I don't like that they keep choosing.
A podcaster is the biggest broadcaster in the world.
But
Joe Rogan is like bigger than
That's
any news channel or anything.
That's what I was about to say. It's going to get bogarted by corporations, though. So, yes, that'll happen, right? But it's going to be the podcasts that are sponsored by ESPN, Channel 2, Paramount, things like that are going to be qualified for those awards per the bought and paid point.
I agree. Like this week, more than any other week, I watch a lot of ESPN. I've been watching the Pat McAfee show.
It's actually okay.
It's actually really good in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like...
Reg, what are you doing?
I'm recording Juwan because he just told me to put my shorts up and his whole thigh.
So just to be clear, you recorded my leg? I'm just checking.
that's kind of wild.
That's crazy.
it's he got about
You're,
5.
you're on camera.
But have you ever watched Pat McAfee show?
Yeah, I have.
It's
good.
And he started as a podcast, obviously.
Yeah. He's essentially Reg. just yelling.
Yeah, I
Entire
would say,
time.
yeah, he gets
He's
it
just
straight.
red yelling
I
about
don't think I've
sports.
yelled a single time this episode.
And
Yeah,
his-
it's impressive. I like it.
You're restrained.
And I don't think I've cursed. That
No,
I don't think I've
You got
cursed.
I
one
think you did.
And Bo.
I think you did. When we were talking about Dwight Howard, you said, I don't care if he raped the.
Grape guys. But go ahead, what were you saying?
I think
Oh, word.
if we want to take it serious, we can't give Young Miami
right,
the award.
Yeah.
right.
Right? Because
We have to give it some validity.
and I don't want to like disparage a podcast and like it's trash or it's not good, right?
Actually, really good in my.
It's a good
No,
podcast.
it's a good podcast.
very entertaining.
But there's other podcasts that have shown consistency and put things out at a higher quality than she has. Right?
And,
And
like,
more impactful.
and it doesn't it kind of, I'm not saying her show is bad. I just feel like it's insulting to the medium. Like, first of all, I might start, like, you just asking me about my job. I might just start a nonprofit where I go stand in front of Best Buys and different electronic stores and just knock mics out of people's hand because everybody's allowed to podcast now, and it's horrible.
No, I'm fine with it.
I think I'm helping society. I think podcasts are like low key partially the worst thing to ever happen.
But it's
Really?
like everything else. The people that are good are going to succeed, and the people that aren't.
Of course, but like it's
It's
just
gonna die
it's
out.
nonsense.
I think already it's starting to slow down. It was a boom during the pandemic. I felt like because people didn't have nowhere to go and nothing else to do. I think we're going to start to see the decline of the amount of podcasts.
So I think that it's a timeline thing. I think, like you guys said, you started around 2020. So people during the pandemic put you guys in their routine. So when they got back to regular work, y'all are in the routine already.
Right.
It's
If you
too
start
much-
now, it's tough.
Right, it's too much going on now.
Yeah. You start right now, it's tough.
I don't think it's just a routine. I genuinely feel like it's like the overall quality of what you're doing, the quality of the content, and the
I don't think anybody wants to start any new content right now. People want to
Yeah,
revisit
this-
what they had.
I'll be honest, dude, we have a lot of, and I'm just speaking from the people who reach out to me who are like, yo, I just started watching this.
Yeah.
They'll stop watching something else to watch us type of shit.
I can tell you.
Continue to do that.
Yeah, I can tell you why we win. I can tell people right now why we win. Because every podcast does two things. It tells you you're not good enough and you need more money or you need this and that. All right? Or it tells you this is bad, this person, like, you know what I mean? It's
Disparaging somebody.
right. That's not what we do. We're up here and we're just like fun. We're the non-serious podcast. If all day you're hearing, I don't make enough money and that,
I do tell people they don't make enough
I
money.
mean, he kind of
right.
And
but-
Yeah, but
I
then they
do
poke
disparage
holes in it.
people.
Yeah, but then,
Right.
like,
Every
truthfully, Darnell and Pop poke holes in it and make it funny. Amar as well, you
Pause.
know?
Yeah.
But
Jesus Christ.
Poking hoses.
Mm.
Just in case. Just in case.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we're the fun podcast. And I think podcast was missing fun for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was like very serious. And back to what I was saying about people find coolness in nonchalantness. So they find it cool that we don't take stuff as serious and it's kind of like this.
That comes off bad. Like black people like things that aren't serious and
Why
they
did-
find it cool.
Even earlier, you were like, Future's the coolest. Why is Future
No,
cool?
I didn't say Future's the coolest. I said Future's cooler than Nas.
Why do you see
That's
Future cooler than Nas
So
to you?
wrong.
I mean, it's a perception thing. Like
What-
when
why-
you,
it's perception.
I'm getting to answer your
I
question.
know, but they just said that you need to speed up. So I'm just trying to help the
They
people.
do say you're a bit long-winded.
I understand, but it's a podcast. Like, so I'm gonna talk.
Do your thing, man.
long
Cook.
It's like niggas be talking too much on this podcast.
Reg,
that's
cook.
mad funny.
Like I want to see more dancing and more.
One of the comments that said that
Yeah,
to you, too.
it's fucking stupid. Niggas are dumb. Like I don't read the comments really.
Shout out to our comments. Like, what's the
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. So
And if you don't know, we have close to 100 episodes on our Patreon that you probably haven't seen yet. Subscribe.
Please
Right.
subscribe to the Patreon.
and that's the shit that
Really
low
good
key
content.
stuff we're not allowed to say on YouTube.
You can get 2 episodes a week
Yeah.
if you subscribe to the Patreon, plus more.
And we go crazy on the Patreon. Pause.
Yeah. I don't be there for those
Pizza
episodes.
parties and all that.
Nah, he's always there.
No, I'm not. I don't be there for when
Reg-
they go crazy.
Reg never misses opportunity to talk.
No, listen.
He goes crazier.
He just walked by
I-
random podcasts and got on
I
the couch and
don't-
started talking.
I don't go
Found it.
crazy on any podcast whatsoever. Whatever crazy things you're talking about, I'm not there for.
Reggie's be like, yo, y'all podding over there?
Yo, how many podcasts you been a part of in your life?
A lot.
Woo.
A lot.
I had one podcast that I legally couldn't do something with, so I had to change the name. So that's technically one podcast. And then
I know
So
of a
3 podcasts.
minimum of, okay.
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 I was going to say at least 3. If he said
Yeah.
less than 3, I was going to go crazy.
No street podcast.
How many features have you done?
Features?
Mad features.
What do you mean?
Like how you did with, you know what I mean?
That's the Little Wayne the podcast.
Yeah, he's future. He's
No,
a
I
future
haven't done any features. The time I pulled up to
Dirty Sprite.
Boom's podcast wasn't even a feature. He was here at the studio, and I was walking through, and they were.
Pardon. He's like,
that's
what? Pardon.
Nah,
That's the
not
mic.
what.
Y'all do
that's
that
not
without
what-
me.
That's not what I would describe it as. And like I helped
The
out.
streets want to hit.
Yeah.
Y'all know
Streets
why?
went here.
The streets want to hit.
Nah, I helped out.
Why is Future cooler than Nas? Or
Nah, it's
anybody?
a perception thing. So I'm not saying Nas isn't cool, but like you have to remember, like each generation defines what they look at as cool.
That is
so and then it's also like a regional thing. So if you're in New York and you think cool, like depending on the age group, someone might tell you Nas or Jay or somebody, and then another person might tell you like ASAP or what's his name? You know what I mean? So or Ace Boogie or like Ferg or somebody. So like that's it's a regional thing, but if you were to ask a large and just try to get a general consensus of who people consider cool, it would probably be Future over Nas because the things people put stock in.
I didn't know
Nas
anybody thought Future was cool, to be very honest.
Nas
I
is
disagree
very
with you on that one a moment.
Nas is very aloof and like
Nas is
like,
what?
hear me out. Nas very aloof and like you don't really access. He's like sort of like nonchalant and you can't really pin him down type of thing.
Future sells
Whoa,
music
that's
that's completely
crazy.
nonchalant.
Can
I
I?
don't care.
I'm not
Can't really pin him
done
down?
with the definition yet.
Okay, continue. Because you weren't giving a definition.
Did you want to? No, I'm just giving you a description.
I got to define aloof.
All right, yeah, please.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah.
Please.
So
Because Nas is everything but aloof.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I know what aloof means, but continue.
no, I think he is like he's very like low key. He's not talking too much about his personal life. If you were to question him, it's very like there's a degree of mystery to who Nas is as a person.
Real quick, aloof, not friendly or forthcoming, cool and distant. So,
Oh,
That's why I asked you that, because the definition of aloof is kind of cool. So you're saying
Yeah.
Nas is aloof, aka you're saying
Yeah, I'm not saying Nas is uncool though. I never said that.
Okay.
Right? So that is a factor that contributes to the coolness, like we're saying. It's just,
so would you say that for Jay-Z as well then?
yeah, Jay-Z is definitely cool.
Okay.
Right? But now Future has other layers that stack on top of the aloof shit. So like when you think
drug-
Future, like
Ho.
celebrity friends is associated with Future. Like I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying if you're looking at the baby mamas, he get bitches.
Mad kids. That's what I
The Gucci flip flop story is like
legendary,
OD
that's
cool.
legendary.
That's legendary.
That's legendary.
that is a legendary.
Yes,
I get that.
it is. We all concur that is legendary. The only person that disagrees is Scottie Pippen.
Yes, but still, the stuff that makes Future cool is his nonchalantness. That he's nonchalant.
And you know
Yeah.
the Gucci
That's
flip,
everything.
And
Everybody.
it's
thing that's cool.
nonchalantless. It's the
Jay-Z?
nonchalant shit.
It's effortless. He's nonchalant.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
effortless
speaks.
too. But Jay-Z is effortless, but he's effortlessly doing
Cool
Jay-Z
shit.
shit. Yes.
That's what makes
But
everything cool.
Yes, but it
Black
depends
people in
on
general.
what,
That's us.
it depends on what Jay-Z is doing though, because niggas aren't really thinking about cool when it comes to Jay at this point. To be honest with you, not a lot of people are comparing or connecting.
are
think
these
they think
people?
he's cool.
No, Jay is mad cool. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying the things people put value in, that's not where he aligns right
Is
now.
Drake cool?
What's crazy? I think Drake is the least cool
Yeah, Drake's not really.
because Drake isn't as nonchalant.
He's
Drake-
not at
And
all
he
nothing.
tries
Right.
very hard.
Drake's lifestyle is cool.
Drake is
Yeah.
adopted cool. Like at his core, he's not like a, you know what I mean?
He's
not
cool
a
adjacent.
guy.
He's around cool niggas, and his lifestyle is cool.
It's cold.
You-
You
You're
just
getting upset.
no, I'm
You're
not
getting
getting upset because I literally
You're
just said his
getting upset.
lifestyle is cool.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
And then you just repeat what I said and tell me I'm getting upset at what you said.
Is Cole cool?
Cole is cool.
Oh.
He has this cult following. He dresses.
J. Cole is
I think
cool.
He goes out his way not to be though. You know what I'm saying?
But he's
That
cool
would-
because he's nonchalant.
That would go lean
Yeah.
back towards his point.
Yeah.
There's a degree of, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, having a conversation about what's cool is a very uncool conversation.
That's fine, but you want to have the conversation on air.
No, I didn't. You did. You brought it up.
You're the one who said save it for.
No, I was saying what I was talking about saving was this nigga being taken out.
Who's
That's
taking
before
me out?
whatever.
The girl.
All you want.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, that was the only thing I said save for the pod.
If you say, can't wait. I'm gonna throw some fly shit on. I'm just saying.
I wasn't talking about save the cool conversation. I think you
in
wanted
my
to say
head, I'm trying to think of
I
what,
definitely-
because you disagreed because you love Nas.
And I said,
what should
you
I
love
wear to look
Future.
cool on a date if I want to be cool.
Listen, man, she's taking you out, man.
You the
Just wear
store
whatever you
owner. I'm
want.
just saying. Dress style me.
That's wild. I don't feel comfortable now. I feel wildly uncomfortable now.
You got to break the NMDs out.
And then what's
Mars
crazy?
No, I'm not going.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey, you know what's crazy? Amar will be the first one to be like, nah, that's not what's in style. That's not what's in fashion right now. So technically, you're the one who should tell me.
I'm in fashion.
Yeah. You're going to wear some couture shit.
I'm not in my head. I already got my
Some
outfit
silk.
picked out, like it's first day of school. Now on to we were talking about a lot of lighter shit, but something that's a lot heavier. But I feel like we gotta address it. The shooting shit.
Yeah, man, another one.
Stop with the white on white crime. Where's my camera? Stop with the white on white crime. Y'all gotta chill the fuck out.
We got to balance the numbers out.
No.
Oh my God.
Sheesh. Obviously.
We're done.
I'm not mad at it.
Yo.
I'm not mad at that though.
Mass shooting in Maine.
Okay. I was going
Mass
to big white
shooting in
people up a
Maine.
little bit.
Guy walks into a bowling alley with an AR-15 in a bar. I think the toll was up to 18. somewhere
Killed
around
18
there.
people.
Killed about 18 people and a
Himself
lot more
as well.
wounded. He's on the run. Still.
Not-
No, he killed himself. They found him.
So they did
killed
find him.
Yeah, he killed
Yeah.
himself.
I
He
knew
killed
he was
himself.
gonna commit suicide.
He's an ex-cop and
Former firearms instructor and Army reservist.
Yes.
So did he leave like a note or
He
a
did.
manifesto or some
He
shit?
left a suicide note. They said it was a lot of rambling prior to him committing the crime. But they
Yeah,
said
man.
that he had been for a while showing signs he had mental health issues.
Yeah.
He had already said that he wanted to shoot up a base or an Army Reserve Center
So he settled for a bowling alley?
That's
in a bar.
Jesus.
You know why? Because he knows if I
They're not
go
shooting
into
back.
Yeah. Because I mean,
You're going to
you
get
coulda went
18
to a-
people in the bowling alley. in a
Yeah,
bar.
you could have went.
They always talk about that.
He could have went to a police station or some shit.
Nah, they
Nah.
shoot back.
Yeah, I know that.
When you look at
Of
these
course.
when you look at these shootings, they always happen in soft zones, churches, schools,
Yeah.
bowling alleys, places where.
Yeah, niggas are definitely pussy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But and then on top of that, like, we gotta do something about white niggas, man.
I agree.
That's
Well,
never
every
gonna
week.
happen.
we have to do a better job of taking care of our veterans. Right?
I would agree with you. I don't know if that
Like, you mean take care
Applies
of
to-
like care
he
of
was a
them,
veteran, correct?
or like,
Army reservist, but
Oh, okay.
20 years Army Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's weekend work.
yeah,
Okay.
he's not a
No
veteran.
Alright.
disrespect to the Army reservists, but
Are you-
But we
weekend
still
work.
need to do a better job taking care of our veterans.
I
Yeah,
would agree
but
with
he wasn't a vet. He didn't go to war. He was just fucked up in the head.
we need to Retch's point, we need to do something about gun control.
Yeah.
We
White
agree.
niggas and gun
Y'all
control
too?
too.
Yeah. we agree
I'm the
on
one
some
who's
things.
saying don't
Yeah.
take people's guns. I'm gonna stand on that, but
Yeah.
we do need
Take-
more legislation.
Yeah, take
business.
people's guns.
Take his gun.
Take people's guns.
If red flag laws were in effect, then he shouldn't technically have been able to possess his guns because he had already made
All right,
threats.
so if you're talking like, statistically speaking, like
Yeah,
there's
I love
no
Reg always says statistically speaking and never has the stats.
Never has.
no I don't have the specific stats. No.
All the quantitative
I just
data
have
that he has.
I just have
don't know.
the
wild.
end result of the study.
know what happened.
I just know what happened, dog.
You said, well, hold on. You said you don't know the end result of the study?
No, I know the end result of the study. I don't have the specific number if it was like
Gotcha.
80 versus 20% or whatever. But like
It's a big
most of the
difference.
That was-
it's a huge difference.
Stop the white on white.
But in regards to the crimes that are or the mass killings and the things that people using, and through the course of talking about it, I have been educated by people who love guns about the difference between semi-auto versus automatic and all that other stuff.
Big
Yeah, it's a big difference.
automatic is completely outlawed though. You can't.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, who gives a fuck, dog? Like, why do you need this?
Well,
You
number
don't
one,
need-
It's your first. It's your right.
Yeah, but like the niggas that wrote that law
I support the
were the same niggas who wrote the slavery laws, right?
That doesn't.
Right. All laws.
That
A little
doesn't-
different.
No. It was happening around the same time.
What?
They wrote all that shit.
And the gun then, you had one shot. You got
Yeah.
the shot off?
Yeah.
If you ain't
And
hit,
that was it.
you're not shooting 18 people up.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they didn't have bowling alleys.
My nigga.
You almost did the musket.
When you-
you
I
getting
thought
close.
about it.
Yeah, you almost did the money. I was
Like-
waiting.
Close.
That was
was
1
waiting.
through 25. That was
Listen,
1 through 25. Y'all go back.
Like
and watch.
if you got a
can't
shot
do
off, because they had to have a bayonet on the gun too, because once you got that shot off, if
Yeah.
you missed, we have to fight.
Yep.
It's a fight at this point.
And you miss a
There
lot.
was there was no,
The bullets were round.
and the bullets
didn't really-
might not necessarily kill you. They could just lodge inside you and fuck you up
die a
a
week
bit.
later.
Yeah, you probably die a
You're
week
gonna
later.
die. You're not making it
Eventually,
out.
maybe.
I actually have one of the first bullets ever.
You got a musket ball? Where you buy that at? What kind of
I didn't buy
Confederate
it.
auction you attend?
My brother-in-law actually collects historical facts and stuff like that. And he has that. He has arrowheads.
Okay.
He has a jacket from the Civil War. He has a bunch of crazy shit.
All right. That's interesting.
But like when they created those laws, no, that's
bring it.
that's
I'm
dope
just-
though. I'm a big history buff, seriously.
Okay.
But when they were
What's your
writing
favorite
those
time
laws,
period?
World War II,
After today.
which is crazy. I love reading about World War II. Not like it's like my favorite because dope shit happened, but it was just very fascinating.
How were black people treated then? I don't know.
Not
Badly.
The nicest.
Yeah.
Not the
Like it's funny because
Crow
if
laws.
you look at all of those times between like World War II and Vietnam, low key, most of the people we were fighting were kind of like, why are y'all here?
Yes.
Like, no, seriously.
That's throughout history.
They
throughout history.
they would, of course, they're targeting American soldiers, but like the black soldiers, they kind of be like, yo, why are y'all
Who the fuck is
on
black?
loudspeakers? They'd be like, why are y'all here? Like, but why are you guys really here?
Black people, why? Why are you here?
They'd leave flyers and they'd be like, you know, black African American, like, go home. You're not our enemies. Like shit like that.
That's we
Yeah.
enemies now. I didn't like that. I didn't like that as phrase.
Yeah. I mean, they're basically saying they fuck with you too. Like, why are you fighting us?
Black African American.
Yeah, like whatever.
Afrofuturism.
Yeah.
Lean in.
So, anyways,
Continue.
so when you're looking at the people that wrote the Second Amendment, this was a time where a lot of these things were fixed or amended or whatever, because they wrote the Second Amendment and then they did the 13th came like way later. Way later. But they were slaves at this time. We were considered property. So when you quote the Second Amendment, it's like, dog, this happened at a time where they couldn't imagine like
Right.
automatic rifles and like
The amendments
fucking
were really written against British rule. That the Second
Yeah.
Amendment, the right to take up and bear arms, was so that the British government.
and it's game over. You can't fight the government. Like the nigga with like 20 guns in his basement isn't
You're
taking
right.
over the government. So
right.
it doesn't serve
That's
a purpose.
why we need better gun laws on the books.
Yeah, I agree.
The red flag law should have caught this gentleman way before he was able to go and commit the atrocities that he committed. So prayers up to those families. There's a lot of people who lost their lives, and this is not the last one. It's October. I think we're over 300 mass
And
shootings. this
gun
year.
violence does go down when there are stricter gun laws like that.
That's
That's
a fact.
just a fact.
That's a fact. And when you get these white people off the street,
fact.
do something about that. During the pandemic, we didn't have as many mass shootings, obviously. Over 50% of mass shooters are white. I
Yeah.
think talking about stats, about 18% are African American, only about 8% are Hispanic, right? And they want to close the borders down and keep them away.
They
keep
more
us safe.
knives.
Yeah, they're not shooting people. Just saying. So stop the white on white crime, guys.
Speaking of white people, you know I don't watch white comedians,
Yes, you should.
but
Yeah, there's a lot of funny white comedians.
I found out Bill Burr has a white wife for like 20 years. All right, so I watched Old Dads. That shit is hilarious.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Yes.
No, he has a black wife.
Yes.
Black wife. Bill
You said white wife.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah.
Freudian sleep.
Um,
It just dropped. I want to see that shit.
it's hilarious.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can't wait. This
It's
week-
funny because Bokeem Woodbine, you know they call him the evil Dave Chappelle,
Yes.
and I'm like, I feel like this is supposed to be Dave Chappelle in this role.
He leans in. Oh, I gotta watch this.
I think
Don't
I'm like,
watch it.
but Dave
And
Chappelle be better at this, but it's funny.
And who was the third guy? Is it is it Sebastian or
I think his name is Sebastian.
He's
Sebastian Mancuso?
severely underrated as an actor.
Who?
Like
Bokeem
Bokeem, yeah,
Woodbine?
he
Yeah.
doesn't get like
Everything.
he's in everything.
he's in everything?
Yeah, and he's never bad.
Hot
Yeah,
sauce.
I just saw him. I just watched Dead Presidents the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
For the first
Take
time?
this so long.
No, I've seen
Oh.
it. I was just saying it was on the other day.
Okay.
I was worried.
I've seen it. Sidebar, I have something to say about Dead Presidents. It has nothing to do with nothing, but we could move past that.
Go ahead.
Let's say it. You just said it.
No, it's like, no, finish talking about the movie.
No, I was just saying that. I watched
Oh,
Old
yeah.
Dads and it's
I'll go
funny.
watch it.
Nobody-
Son, so I'm watching the movie, right? And then someone pointed something out to me that like put the whole thing in different context. Everybody's seen Dead Presidents here, right?
Yes, right.
So it turns out that Juanita was actually fucking Cuddy the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Like when she said, I'll admit it, I was fucking him, a lot of times you watch that and you're like, she was being sarcastic or she was just like, she was actually fucking him.
I don't have that pop memory where I can recall exact scenes and lines.
Yeah, this is when he choked her. He was like, "Don't you dare walk up on me, girl!" Like he choked her and shit. Cause Cuddy basically snuffed him and then he fell down the steps.
That was
Nah, I didn't like
That's
it.
your favorite part?
Yeah. You
It's a
get
fire
after
part.
that shit, it was crazy.
It's a fire part, but like it's not my favorite. It's crazy because it's
you really
crazy
like that shit.
because anytime like a girl that knows me watches the podcast and she's like, "Oh, like why do they think you hate women?" Like I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, I have no idea why people think I hate women.
Got it. Well, in support of women, you fucking with Kim making skims for men?
Got him on now.
That's wild. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. Get her money. Like I think Fancy has a men's line. I'm sure somebody's gonna wear that shit.
I'm so sure somebody's gonna wear skims for men.
I'm sure someone in here is gonna cop a.
I mean,
I'll see what she got.
How much
I
are
was
they?
just about to be
See
like,
what she got.
when y'all gonna buy it?
actually,
fuck with it.
I just want to say, I got a problem with y'all too.
What?
Why y'all ran out of that second haunted house like that?
Yo, it was completely
Oh,
dark. I'm
shit.
not walking in.
Yeah.
Five guys in an all dark house. I'm not doing that.
So.
I'm not doing it.
Yo,
All
the way
five
they
of us,
darted
no
out.
lights. I'm not doing that, man.
So we
Hold
we
on,
go to
real
the-
quick. Was
all
Pop
right.
with y'all?
Yeah.
When y'all walked in,
Yeah.
Pop was with y'all.
Yeah.
Pop said he never walked in.
Oh no, he's lying.
No. All
He was like, "What you talking about,
Cam?"
What?
It's not. I don't, it's
So
not.
here's what
I gotta-
happened.
I'll
Here's
check.
what happened. So when we walked in, so
turn
there's an area where the door is open and you're at the entrance of the second haunted house.
And it's dark as hell.
So you technically are still in the light and you're looking into the darkness.
You can't see nothing.
And you can't see a single thing.
see anything.
So niggas didn't walk down
Y'all
the dark
disappeared.
hallway.
I don't think y'all realized.
Y'all niggas
just
walked
disappeared.
and disappeared into the
And
darkness.
I was
That
tapped
is
out.
not a fact.
And Pop,
I tapped out at that point.
and then Pop was like, "So are we recording this?" And niggas like, "No, it's not. You can't possibly record it because it's so dark. It's just going to be people in there." And Pop was like, "So what are we doing?" My thing is, I'm here to shoot and work. If we're not recording this, there's no possible point.
You don't like to be startled, was the word you used.
I don't like being startled.
Hilarious.
I don't like being startled. That's a fact.
I'll be honest. I was surprised at him all. Reg was just looking for an out the whole time. Reg was like, "Nah,
Reg
man,
was looking
it's
for
mad
an
dog. Nah, son. Nah.
Kurt's just looking for an out.
How long is it gonna take? We got to go back. I don't know. This shit gonna take mad long." And then Pop walked in, asked the dude what happened in there, and the dude didn't want to tell Pop like,
That's when he was like,
yeah.
nah.
Pop was like, "Nah."
Pop was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
and walked out.
And-
Reg somehow ended up walking out before Pop in that transaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I did.
Yeah. It's so funny because Pop think he got us fooled. Even in the regular haunted house,
He was running.
Pop sprinted
He was running.
way ahead of us.
I don't even know if he
I
was
was like,
startled.
yeah.
No, I don't think he was
He didn't want us
startled.
to see. He didn't want to see him get scared.
Yeah, he was running.
I don't think he was
was
scared.
crazy.
I think he, for some reason, wanted to participate in the scaring. Like I think Pop secretly wants to work at the haunted house
I agree with that.
That's a fact.
because Pop kept hiding for some reason. Like I'm standing next to Pop and I look. Next thing I know, he's gone. Right. And then I'm like,
Sprinting.
I know he's around the corner, and I know. So I'm walking around the corner, and he jumps out like, "Yo, I scared you. I'm fucking scared." I'm like,
with his phone out.
I fucking scared you. Like,
Pop got
nah,
his
then-
phone out trying to start.
So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And my thing was like, we're there to record. If we're not recording, like, what are we doing?
Living life and having experience.
Yeah, and
I
then
agree.
Pop questioned the
going
dude,
to the
and he was just like, "Yo, what's going on in there?" And the dude
He fed the dude a line. He didn't question the guy.
Dude was like, "Niggas gonna get piped in."
Y'all watch
Dude
the
said,
footage.
"You gotta go watch the footage." But the
Watch
white
the
man was
footage.
like,
It's really good.
"Yeah,
Shout out to 13th Hour.
yeah."
13th hour out
haunted
in
house.
The dude said,
Wharton, New Jersey or something?
"Y'all was gonna
Wharton,
get piped in the end." That's what he said.
I mean, that is what he.
I mean, that's the line y'all gave him.
Y'all wasn't there. Pop recorded it, and the guy said, "I don't know what prompted him to say it. I wasn't there for that.
You know,
Visit
old white men don't
13th
even use
hour.
the term pipe.
That's hilarious. Never thought about
I
it.
don't know."
They don't.
Visit 13th hour. They also
Yeah.
have axe throwing. I think glow in the dark.
The
axe
what's that
throwing.
called again was
Axe
dope.
throwing.
Escape room.
The escape room was cool.
13th hour has escape room.
The ghost
axe
kept.
throwing.
Yo, Reg, let him get the ad off.
Reg and I, yeah.
Yeah, I was say 13th hour escape room is in Wharton, New Jersey. I mean, 13th hour haunted house is in Wharton, New Jersey. They have hatchet throwing. They have an escape room. They have multiple haunted houses. One in the pitch black. Y'all gonna get to see.
Fire.
Y'all want to see that footage? Sign up to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Reg and I actually worked together in the escape room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Job
cool.
done.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, y'all impressed me in the escape room. This is my first time ever going to an escape room.
Is it?
There's one in Montclair that's pretty dope.
I've done that one.
Yeah, and it's like there's no ghosts like harassing you the whole time.
Oh, wait, no. I did axe throwing in Montclair.
Oh yeah, that's not far from La Summit. Let's go.
But yeah, no, the escape room.
Awesome
was
place.
my first time.
Yeah, the axe throwing thing for me gets old like very, very fast.
I enjoyed axe throwing. It's competitive. If you
Once you learn to
go
do
with a
it
group
and
of
you
people.
get it, yeah.
No, but like
should
that
do
was
that.
the whole fun is learning how to do it. Once you've got it down, it's kind of like okay,
No, they
like
compete.
Nah.
Right,
You know,
'cause
they
if-
have different mini games in
and,
axe throwing.
and right, and if all 4 of us knew how to do it, so we was all nice.
Yeah, we all trying to get
And
a
just
high score.
throwing
They
axes.
tried to get me to join the team
You was that nice?
at the axe throwing place.
That was the
I-
diversity high.
I think that's how
I
they monetize it.
Yeah, I just think they didn't have enough people
Enough blacks.
for the team.
Yeah, so I'm just like, so we're just throwing axes.
But I got good at it.
Yeah, I don't see the appeal.
Reg,
But
what do
I
you-
hate
what do you have
bowling
fun
too.
Doing?
I love bowling.
What do you have fun doing, Reg?
MMA, that's his
What do I have fun
Because
doing?
like, you
Guillotine,
simplify a
the
lot
rear
of
naked.
things that are like fun.
No.
Don't
I
ever
like.
put me in the rear naked.
What?
That's Reggie's
I will
specialty.
harm you. Don't put me in the rear naked. That just sounds crazy.
the rear
Yeah.
naked,
feel like
followed
I'm
by the
not-
ground
I
and
wouldn't
pound.
do that.
Pause.
Thank you.
That is by far the gayest sport. It's like not even close.
Crazy.
And you laugh because you're like, yeah, that's pretty
Wrestling.
gay.
Wrestling is probably
Yeah, but that's not a sport.
yeah.
And that's
That
why I
is a
stopped-
sport.
Wrestling is definitely a sport.
It's sports entertainment.
No, like
Professional
real
wrestling
wrestling,
is.
real
Yeah.
wrestling.
Oh, but you know why that's gay? Why this is gayer than wrestling? Because they're bare chest and barefoot. Wrestling, they have on shoes and their chest is covered.
They don't
And
always have
bedazzles.
shoes on. They don't always have shoes on, but they do have a singlet on.
Yeah, they have a singlet.
Yeah.
But speaking of MMA, did y'all catch any of the fights? It was your boy Usman.
Yeah, that was crazy. We should wait for Pops to have that conversation though.
All right,
We spoke about it, didn't we? Oh, no. We
Nah,
spoke
wait,
about it.
yeah.
we previewed it. I was right
Yeah.
again. I just
Yeah.
The fans say I've been right a
Hamzat-
lot. I mean, the audience. I hate to call y'all fans.
Hamza was, but I want to give
Apparently it was close.
Usman. I want to give Usman the benefit of the doubt because one, not only was it close, but he took the fight on super short notice.
He shouldn't have done that.
He
And that's
shouldn't
why I
have done
didn't
that.
pick
I
him.
agree. He should have done that.
You shouldn't be fighting Combs out on 10
Yeah.
to 12 days notice.
Yeah, it's almost
that's all he had?
disrespectful.
That's all-
Yeah, it's very disrespectful because Usman's a monster, but Hamzat is,
He different.
yeah, he's
Should
different.
not have taken that fight on short notice.
I mean, but if he did it on
lose the
short
fight.
notice and almost won,
But
You
you
should
know,
definitely
part of
run
it
it
though,
back.
Hamzat broke his hand in the fight in the first round.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Had he not broken his hand, it might not have. even been
he's a
that
striker?
fight. Yes.
Hamzat,
right.
yeah, wrestler. He's a very talented fighter.
Yes. He shouldn't have taken the fight on short notice, and now I think his confidence is just shot. I don't know. That's 3 losses in a row.
The more, yeah, I mean, I hope
You fall way
they
down
run
in
it
the
back.
ranks.
I think he's gonna run it back.
Kamzat's not fighting him again. Kamzat's gonna go up.
No, I understand that, but like I think he can run it back. I feel confident that he's going to. Usman's a talented fighter. I feel like he's going to run it back. I feel like one of the things that's fucked him up so much in the past is how quickly.
He keeps trying to jump right back in.
Yeah, no, I'm saying how quickly he rose
Oh, yeah,
through the
yeah,
ranks. He moved through the ranks like very quickly, right?
Like 20-0 or something like that.
Yeah, he rose through the ranks like very quickly. So I think once you do that and you, because I'm not gonna say his success was fast, but he had a title shot a lot sooner than a lot of other fighters might have gotten it. And I think once you've achieved that level of success, like it's hard to like go backwards. And once you've seen yourself as champion, it's very difficult to identify as anything else once you're in the division.
Well, now he cannot identify as a champion.
No, of course he can't. Like he's so far removed
And
at
that's
this
why I
point.
think this is going to be really tough. His fall from grace is kind of epic.
You saw John Jones cancellation.
He tore his pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
Set off,
Yeah, super
tore his pec
disciplined.
off the bone.
That's like
Niggas-
9 months.
Yeah,
Yes, minimum
niggas.
exactly what it
Yeah, niggas train like way too hard.
Clearly.
Yeah, like if you're doing sparring sessions and you're treating it like the fight, because I mean I believe at this point John Jones, like even without any further training, like could beat Stipe.
I wouldn't be that presumptuous. I
Nah,
wouldn't be
he
that
definitely.
arrogant either.
Nah, he definitely would have watched it.
I wonder if that weight also, him putting on a lot more weight.
But he
on
did
the
it the
frame.
right way.
He did do it the right way, but still, that's a lot more weight you putting on, and that.
But you
training
got it.
is a lot more aggressive probably at them. You training with heavyweights trying to pick up and.
It's
just-
closer
it's a lot.
to what John Jones is walk around weight is than when he
That's fair.
cut weight to fight lightweight. Also, even when he was lightweight, a lot of heavyweights was like John is still a problem. John
fair.
was still washed.
I do think this late in his career, tearing your pec off the bone, as they say, having to take 8 to 9 months of recovery, I think this changes a lot of things. He's not gonna have a lot of fights left.
John, I think
He fights Stipe, and maybe we see it.
And when you start getting injuries like that, big injuries at that age, it's usually time to back up.
John's career at this point, I feel like, of course, a lot of people still regard John as the GOAT, but I feel like he could have so much more stamped that legacy if it wasn't for all the other.
About to say,
What?
But Connor?
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay.
John, I think because John, I feel like at least Conor McGregor is like he's rich as shit. Like he doesn't have to work another day in his life.
That's a fact.
Like, and the UFC will roll out the cover for him anytime he wants. So Conor McGregor is walking away from any UFC fight with at least like $20 to $50 million type shit, right?
John did not handle his business.
John wasn't on top of it, and John like gave up too much ground in regards to leveraging. You was leveraging yourself at the wrong times, like same thing with like a Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
So when you look at John's career, I think he got like maybe 2 more MMA fights in him, and then that last fight is probably going to be what Ngannou did with Tyson Fury, and just one big like cross promotional
Cash grab.
One big cash grab, and he's done.
Yeah, I think John is almost out of here.
I mean, he should
Story
be.
career.
And I mean, you say he's rich as shit. I'm sure John Jones is far from poor.
No, he's far from poor, but like he's not like
But he
John Jones.
didn't maximize his earning potential.
John Jones got,
Most people
I
don't.
could fuck this money up in a generation money.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of money you can fuck up in a generation.
Most money is fucked up in a generation.
It's hard to, my nigga, I'm telling you, it's very hard to fuck up $300 million.
I don't think
No, it's
very
not.
hard.
I don't think.
I don't
it's
think
very.
very.
Not at all.
I think it's very hard to keep $300 million and make it generational wealth. I think that's harder than.
Nah, my nigga.
No.
I think once you get to a space where you have $300 million, you have to work very hard to fuck that up.
I don't know. I mean, I think
I don't have it.
there's $100 million houses.
Yeah, but like I don't know a lot of people that are dumb enough to just go and just buy a house for $100 million cash.
You'd be surprised.
We see a lot of these athletes lose a lot.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
Athletes lose
Yeah,
a lot.
but like you gotta think about like as soon as you like there are like companies or say me and you were working with like a promotion. As soon as they write you that check, 9 times out of 10 that check comes with a financial rep or some type of that happens a lot.
Maybe you know different promotions than I know.
Not all boxing promotions. I don't think they give a fuck, but I'm saying like when you do certain deals. So for instance, one of Connor's big, what's that called again, was when he sold Proper Whiskey, right?
Proper number 12.
Proper number 12. Like that comes with like a team of people already like attached to it. So like once you get the money, there's certain like infrastructures that you have in place where like it's very, very hard for you to fuck up the bread.
With the team of people.
No, of course, payroll and like expenses.
Yeah, I'm sure when you're that level, you're a business entity.
Yes.
Right? So you have lawyers, accountants, you have that stuff. It's run like a business.
Yep.
Right? But that's not just given to you. You have to set that up.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying once it's set up for the business, and obviously the business was successful and he was able to scale it and sell it, you already to a degree have an infrastructure set up where the people underneath you have a vested interest in keeping you rich because that's where their livelihood remains.
Yeah, if they still work for you. Because maybe they just work
That's
for Proper Whiskey.
So, and speaking of boxing promotions, you see Showtime.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's done.
Showtime's done with boxing.
It was a good run, guys.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what this does
I
for
heard-
boxing overall, for promotions overall, for big fights.
I feel like it opens up room. Part of what
And for context, can you give us a little context first? I'm sorry, Ray.
Yeah.
Boom. Showtime's been doing boxing 37 years or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. But recently, Showtime was purchased by Paramount.
Yes.
Paramount also owns CBS. So Paramount isn't taking the sports division of Showtime. So it's not just Showtime boxing, it's Showtime basketball, that stuff. So all the smoke.
All Showtime sports.
Yeah. And all their sports content will be produced by CBS now.
Okay.
And they don't want to take boxing at all. So boxing's out. So now
No HBO.
HBO's gone. So
they're
now it's
already
just
backed
The
out.
Zone and ESPN.
Okay.
And apparently Amazon is in talks to get involved,
Wow.
which I think could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
with the current promoter for Showtime, which
And
is
Amazon
PBC.
also recently just took over, I think, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
They have football as well now.
If Amazon takes over boxing, I think one that's amazing because I'm a Prime member, so that works out.
Who got the Super
And
Bowl?
two,
Super Bowl hasn't changed hands in a long time. I think that's channel 7 or.
and it's ABC.
I think it
I think
switches back and
somebody-
forth.
So yeah,
Really?
no, there's a
I know the
streaming service that
promotion
got
switches
it.
back and forth. Pepsi and Coke, I know are some of the biggest sponsors.
think
They
it-
switch back and
A
forth.
think it
streaming
switches
service
from,
got
like-
it this year.
CBS to NBC, I think they alternate years or some shit like that.
We might need to fact check that, but okay.
But
Could be right.
I think what happened to Showtime is what's happening to a lot of forms of content is like content, the barrier of entry is so low now. And like it's becoming democratized to a degree. Like it hurts when there's competition, especially when your product was already inferior.
So, like at least from the sports standpoint, that didn't happen.
I was about to say the
Because-
barrier of entry in sports is way different though.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying people are putting on fights like right and left.
Who?
yeah, it's just mostly just Showtime, DAZN, and
DAZN,
ESPN. There's only
yeah.
3 people that really put
Yeah,
fights on.
yeah, you're not just putting on a professional fight.
Um,
Or getting a football game or a basketball game.
I think they probably looked at the business, and I don't know this for a fact.
Yeah, so
They probably just weren't seeing the return.
who's setting up the Ngannou Tyson Fury fight?
ESPN.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you gotta. Only these major networks do major sporting events.
Yeah, and we've seen other networks try to do boxing. And
Yeah, because
I-
what's that called again? When they did it,
man, that's
when,
crazy.
What? Oh, my bad.
We've seen these other networks
I was
try
having
to,
a thought. My bad.
try to do boxing, and they can't do it to that
why.
level, or they realize the cost and they stop. Remember, Adrian Broner was originally supposed to fight on All Black or whatever it was, or BLK,
Yeah,
That's
it
a
was the
porn
box.
site.
whatever it was. He was supposed to fight
Black is the point.
Yeah.
Site.
So
Yeah.
is BOK?
Okay, I mean you got it.
on. Oh, I
Nah,
don't
I'm
know.
not gonna battle you, but yeah.
But he was supposed to fight
We
on.
can have that conversation. No.
He's supposed to
Oh,
fight
y'all about
on.
to fight over your
That's
favorite
crazy.
porn shit is crazy.
He's supposed to fight on one of those, and one of them couldn't. The fight just went away,
Mm.
and then he went to the one that we watched, and that's when they had the motherfucker that was commentating.
Yeah.
Niggas be fighting and
Niggas
shit.
be fighting.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be fighting.
You know what I mean? So they can't just. I think they realized that
Wait, what's that called?
the expense of it.
The niggas from that do verses.
Tim and Swiss? Oh, Triller.
Triller.
Yeah, Triller.
Yeah, they do like celebrity boxing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that does happen.
That's not actual.
I was say I think that's a
what
lot different. That's
exhibition,
literally.
Wait,
getting
so
two
those are
days.
expositions? They're not sanctioned.
though. None of those are sanctioned.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
and
it.
I think the
Paul, but-
polls. Yeah, I think the polls are the only ones that got like some shit going on with theirs, right?
Well, they got Amanda Serrano, so I know she is a sanctioned fighter. She is licensed to fight, but I don't even know if her
Because I
bouts
think-
are
and the cost even
real.
for that is way lower than what it is to put on a Showtime fight in a 20,000 person arena.
Yeah,
and
over
you have
Vegas and all, yeah.
But
8 boxers
they're,
making $1 million.
they're getting
I've
ranked
seen
off those fights, though. The fights are counting towards their records.
Not everybody.
what did
That's
they
why I said
reckon?
Amanda maybe, but
The,
not
the,
the
no,
Paul
the
brothers.
Paul brothers, yeah, I think it counts towards their record.
Nah, when him and Mayweather fought, that was just an exhibition. That didn't.
No, I'm not talking about the Mayweather fight. I'm talking about some of the more recent fights.
When he fought Tommy Fury, that was the first one that counted that helped him. If he won, he would have been in the rankings.
Yeah.
So he does have a professional boxing record.
So he's 0-1 then. Because that's the only professional boxer that he fought.
Oh, he lost to Fury.
Right, but
Yeah.
I believe they counted his other stuff as boxing matches. When he fought the guy from MMA, what was his name?
Well, he fought 3 guys.
Yeah, I think Woodley. I think they counted those fights.
Even like Nate, the basketball player too.
They didn't count the basketball player one.
Can't count that.
He fought Nate Diaz,
They didn't fight Nate
Diaz, he
Diaz.
fought Rashad.
he did fight Nate Diaz.
What's
Yeah.
the black dude?
Rashad Evans.
Rashad Evans.
Not
No,
Rashad
not
Evans. It wasn't Rashad. It was
his name was
Tyson Woodley.
And just to circle back, so the Super Bowl does alternate every year.
So between who? ABC and CBS or something like that?
NBC, CBS, and Fox, it seems like. So we're in 2023. Fox has it this year. NBC had it last year. CBS has it 2024.
Okay.
And then 2025 it goes back to Fox. So they alternate every year.
Yeah, major sporting events are always going to be on major networks. The Olympics is coming up next year. They always
Who watches that?
A lot of people watch the Olympics.
What are you talking about?
A lot of people watch the Olympics. Olympics
Really?
will be in Paris. I might
No, I thought they.
People watch basketball for pre-qualifying Olympics this year.
No, what I'm saying is like they said the viewership's going down. I remember I used to watch the Olympics, but like now I feel like at large the public doesn't really care that much anymore.
I think it depends on the event.
And sports consumption has changed.
Yeah.
Whereas before sports, was something that you sat there, watched live in the moment, and then even if you missed that, then you watch Sports Center or whatever, and then you can kind of get the trickle down effect of like a game's coming on after that or before that, whatever that you end up kind of watching. Now it's the game's going on. Oh, I just saw Zion dunk.
And then that's it. But that's
that's what it is.
And that goes back to
Sha'Carri Richardson. We never saw her. We just watched.
the last.
Oh, you went through the.
Oh, no, she's been up though. Like I think like people shit on her. She's been doing great.
She's been doing great, but we don't watch the actual race. We watch the clip of her running through.
I've seen a couple of the races.
So who watches the Olympics, Reg?
I don't know, but it wasn't.
Reg?
The race wasn't the Olympics.
No, it wasn't. But you get what I'm saying.
It was the World
Yeah.
Championships. It's what she was last round.
And the only reason I watched that was because we were supposed to be doing like a. Never mind.
So people watch it.
Yeah, it was only work related for me. Like I had nothing to whatever.
No, you're right though. The way people taking content is different. That's why I mentioned like even Pat McAfee. We've seen ESPN. They fired so many people, and they've kind of changed their broadcast. And they highlight Pat McAfee, who was really a podcaster. Then you got Stephen A. and Shannon. Shannon now also has his show. He's technically a podcaster as well.
Two.
Yeah.
So and Stephen A. got a show as well.
But that makes sense because like you have a situation where you're spending like all of this money, like millions of dollars to put this show on, and a YouTuber sitting in his living room is like doing better numbers than you. Like it makes you rethink the way you're doing things.
It does. It definitely does.
And that's why you see a lot of former athletes. There's so many sport podcasts now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is. You're absolutely
That's
right.
what I'm saying. We gotta go stand outside of that Best Buy and start like keeping people from buying mics stuff.
Because
But I hope he's not a format.
it's the same thing. People
Boy,
are
Dwight
gonna
Howard.
grab a different mic.
rise to the top.
Oh,
Pat McAfee is gonna go because he's good at it,
He is good.
right?
Yeah.
Cameron and Mace, it is what it is because they're good at it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Shout out to
yeah, and can be different type of podcast.
Mace's take on the what's that called again this week was mad funny, by the way.
On Dwight Howard, right?
Yeah.
He's funny.
Nah, him on Mikey Williams was mad funny too.
Yeah,
Like,
it
yeah,
was
Mikey,
mad
you
funny.
know what I mean? Don't do that. And then he was like,
I gotta go watch that.
But you have other people. I know we all know people that probably do a sports podcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you've been doing that sport podcast for 5 years.
Nobody
you're,
watched it.
You're not probably not that good at it.
I tell people to stop doing podcasts all the time.
That's cool, and I think you just got to sit and reevaluate what's working, what's not working,
market research.
and go from there. You know, if you've done something for 5 years and you don't see
Any type of
anything
incremental-
past 25 listeners, you probably need to alter something.
Yeah, change the
Stop.
format, change something.
No, just stop.
No, I don't. I never
Nobody
think.
So-
just stop.
Sell the mics. You know what I mean?
No, I don't
Start
think
like a
Like Drake said, the
grass
best
cutting
mic.
business.
so. Yeah. I
Like
think-
cut some grass.
Because about that.
we weren't great. We didn't always have views. You grow and you figure it out.
But 5 years, fam.
You're right. Now, if it was 5 years, we were still doing what we were doing
No, I wouldn't.
month
be here.
one,
I wouldn't be here 5 years.
it'd be a problem. We see constant
We had to
growth.
evolve. We had to
Yeah.
evolve.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Shout out to Jonathan Majors.
Word.
No.
And no, you don't
Actually-
get to say
Shout out
that.
to Jonathan.
You do not get to say
Go ahead,
that.
Reg.
You do not get to say that.
But
You keep rocking with that white bitch.
shout out to Jonathan
I never
Majors.
was.
You
Shout out to-
was. You
Shout out
was.
to Jonathan Majors.
Shout out to Marvel
Jawan.
for not turning their back on him.
Juwan.
They were too invested.
Nah, man, that's not
They
why,
were.
because they knew that white bitch was
invested.
tripping. Juwan,
Yo,
whose side did Amar's take?
I
the
didn't
white
take them.
bitches.
I didn't take.
Yes, you did.
You said
man,
you're al-
you did.
Defend women.
You said you're always going to believe the woman
Defend
You
women.
did.
until it's proven differently.
And even
It
when it was
started to be
proven
proved
differently,
All right, so now shout out to
even
Jonathan Majors.
even when it was proved differently, you was still on the fence. Like, well,
Here's-
we don't know.
Here's my
man.
mentality.
Playing
I
devil's
always-
advocate.
I'm a man, so I'm always going to think about what the man is doing. Because I probably wouldn't be in those situations. I would hope not to be. That's why I don't think about what women do or what their accusations may be. I just think about I'm a man. What would I do in that situation?
Listen, man,
I'm not going to be in the cab
you're
wrestling with you.
wrong, and I need you.
Not
sis,
wrong.
I need you to marinate in that pause,
That's disgusting.
and I need you to just
Anything.
just relax.
Your hand looks
Relax.
mad close to his thigh from
Relax.
here. It's making me uneasy.
Both y'all got your legs crossed.
You
Leave
got
me
your
alone.
legs out.
Leave me alone.
You spread eagle on
Leave me
camera.
alone.
Spread eagles.
Spread eagles. OD. That's wild.
Crazy.
Listen. First of all,
You about to do his chicken wing.
for the millionth time, I've never said that it's okay for men to hurt women or rape women, do any of the other things.
Great.
Right?
Jesus.
There is something to be said, though, right? For due process and us figuring shit out before we just label
Facts.
people and stuff. Don't say facts.
I'm
Because
agreeing.
you automatically with the woman.
I'm just saying.
You be outside the courthouse picketing and lock him
A lot
up.
of stupid stuff.
By what you're saying with due process, that Michael Jackson didn't do it.
Nah, he
didn't.
Nah, he
We're not doing.
We're not doing
I'm on the couch. I don't
He
want to
did
have
that.
It don't
He did
it don't
that.
count
I don't want to
as-
have no conversation about Mike.
It don't count when it comes to kids. He did that shit, dog.
He did that.
He did that
He is
shit.
innocent.
Them kids
Did
was
OJ do
innocent.
it?
Them kids was innocent.
Yes.
He's innocent.
What?
Nah, he
Don't
did
ever
that
say
shit.
that.
He did that shit. He told you he did that shit.
What are you talking about? He wrote a book.
Yeah.
Right. Like he don't even
OJ.
deny
He
it.
said if he
OJ
would have
did.
did it.
He
Yeah,
don't even
OJ.
deny it.
Right.
OJ did that shit.
OJ don't
Yo,
even deny
But
on
it.
he's
his-
innocent.
On his deathbed, he's finally gonna be like, yeah, I killed that bitch.
And at that moment, I'll be like, all right,
Yeah.
Did
On his
Bill do
deathbed.
it?
huh?
Did Bill do it?
Bill
Cosby.
Yeah.
did that shit.
Fuck yeah, he did that shit.
Bill did that shit.
He been talking about it.
He
Niggas
damn near
is
put a book out.
He was like,
Bill
wait.
did that shit.
He was like, wait, y'all wasn't doing the same thing?
He
He was like, y'all wasn't drugging
You
bitches?
down with the Spanish fly?
So how was y'all having sex?
Yeah, for real.
Wait, how were y'all sleeping with women?
Y'all mad old school.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Medicated
did that.
sex.
you were getting their permission. Like, what?
Unmedicated.
Feminist.
Word. And Jesus Christ. Because I remember Pop was like, yo, let him rest. I was like, he never let those kids rest. Those kids didn't get a wink of sleep in the
I'm not
house.
doing this. Mike is innocent.
Those kids didn't get a wink of
Mike
sleep
is
in the
innocent.
house.
Went to sleepover with no sleep.
Word. Word up. Them kids was tired of shit in the morning. Listen.
It's a lot of fun over there.
Oh.
Nah.
An
Ooh,
amusement park.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Roller coasters and all that.
Yeah. It was a roller coaster, an emotional one. An emotional roller coaster for them kids. So Jonathan Majors, the whole thing, the story from the very beginning didn't make any sense.
They was wrestling in the cat.
Now I understand that, but it just didn't make any sense, especially when you look at like the witness statement, like where they were at. There was like a ton of footage. It turns out now that the Jonathan Majors defense is saying that the prosecutors and the police department were withholding information and withholding the footage of what happened that night. They leaked out the footage. The woman seemed perfectly fine. She went to the club afterwards. She immediately basically like left the country.
Black man,
when
white
things-
woman. Of course it wasn't.
Yeah,
fair.
of course. And the
System
problem
work in our favor.
the problem with that is Jonathan Majors, like I don't like hopefully he countersues. He lost like tons of money. Like movies
don't
got
have
taken off the
anything,
table. Nah,
What
she
you taking from her?
but I mean
You can't
I
take
don't know.
privilege.
I mean
got
she's
that.
I'm sure
Imagine you
she
get
she
some white
has
people
some bread.
privilege.
I'm sure she got some bread somewhere.
Fire.
But at the end of the day, when you look at like his image, even after Kobe died, and I think I used this example already, some privileged bitch somewhere was talking about accused rapist. Like,
Gail King or something.
yo, it's
You,
It was-
you definitely gotta watch
it was
Old
Gail
Dads.
King?
Yeah.
It was Gail King that said that.
Gail was one of them.
Yeah, she's nasty. My whole
And she got a
thing
whole
with-
interview.
Yeah,
shout out to-
my whole thing with the whole leftist like super woke crowd is at one point the ideology was based in reality and a cause, and now it's just like masturbatory where it's like everybody's just
I hate that word.
yeah man
How
I'm
you
sorry
know?
my bad let me tone down the vocabulary.
So what they doing on the right wing if that's what's going on the left?
Listen, when like they're just doing shit to basically entertain themselves and like posture
Good job.
and to posture as good people, it has nothing to do with like pushing society forward or helping people.
So they're doing
None of it.
what's the word?
Don't
I
even
don't.
say it.
We good. We good.
Don't even say it.
Since you mentioned the left, I'll mention the right real quick. Everybody's starting to turn on your boy,
Who?
Trump.
Why you keep calling him my boy?
I mean,
That's not because that's your boy.
That's not my boy. I'm with who? Okay, so let's
I did
talk
well
about.
when Trump was in
Let's talk about.
office.
Okay,
Say
so
that.
He said I performed well.
I did do well. Like that's a fact.
So you doing bad now?
I'm not doing as well.
So you did well when Biden was in office too.
Not as well.
So
I don't know. You got
With the
more
tax
change.
laws,
You got
that's
more
the-
change.
But you're
my
still
nigga,
doing-
I do financially irresponsible things sometimes.
still
my nigga.
doing well.
I should not be buying more chains, man. I
You're
gotta buy
still
these
doing
kids
well.
food.
Nah, but you caught the house for 5,000, so you had to celebrate.
1,500. 1,500 is actually what he said. Just saying. And he's-
Look, I'll be honest
bedroom.
with you, man. Like I'm not drinking. I'm still drinking Pana. You know what I mean? Like you know, niggas is still compensating. Like things is doing all right.
Each bedroom 500, the
chain
fourth one for free.
Benz van driving.
You know what I mean? But
You know what I mean?
I haven't bought a new whip in a while. Like things was going well under Trump. Like it was trending up.
Well, if he survives
Turning
this,
up.
maybe you get him back.
Word, man. Like hopefully
started
I get
flip on
another
him,
bag. Yeah, it's tough. It's
They gonna
tough.
snitch.
Okay, so first of all, before we go into Trump is your guy,
It's not my.
let's remember who Biden. Like so, Biden's your guy.
I don't really have a guy.
See, that's what I'm saying. They're both white men to me, and I'm only going to choose or go with whoever I'm in a better situation with.
Nah, I can't.
Right now, the people that are benefiting from Biden being in office that's not my demographic. You know what I mean? Niggas is flashing other niggas on the White House lawn.
I don't know what dudes he read. I didn't get that.
You didn't hear about that?
Nah, I don't want to know. I don't know how to move on. Carry on.
You heard about that?
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
Special
Carry on.
newsletter.
Carry on. Carry
You
on.
heard about
Carry on.
that.
You literally meant flashing.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Carry on.
Son that whipped the titties out on the White House lawn.
Yo, your search engine is filthy.
It's not. It was national news.
Glad you do the topics.
It was national news.
Reggie be like,
a
gay shit to talk about on podcast.
A transgender person had
Oh man.
How did
went
we get
topless
here?
on
How
the
did we
White
get
House
here?
lawn.
Moving
Dog,
on.
it was national news.
Listen, your boy's about to do some time.
I don't think he's doing time, man.
Nah, I don't
he
think
might. He might, but like I don't
possible.
think it's a possibility, to be honest with
Got
you.
about facing.
He would
3 or
be-
4 indictments. Should somebody be able to run for office
Yes.
facing this many indictments?
No.
Yes.
Facing any indictment?
No.
even one?
Yes. Because he hasn't been prosecuted. Like, if you say that, then you're setting up for people to use the Justice Department and whatever arm of the Justice
after
Department
their
to
political
go
opposition.
after political opponents.
Yep.
Because
To do
we
their
could
job?
just no, it's not doing their job. All we have to do is bring up charges, and you can't run for office. It doesn't matter if you did it or
But
not.
I think in order to bring up charges,
It's
you have to
racist.
corrupt. You have
Gotta
to,
have
no,
a
not
case.
at all. People could
There
bring
has to
up
be something for them to bring the charges.
how many innocent niggas are in jail? No, you don't have to have a case. All you have to do is basically have any type of like probable cause, and that's so flexible.
Yes.
And
you can just
innocent-
say it's
Yeah.
anything.
innocent nigga being in jail, innocent politician being in jail, two totally different things.
Two very different
He got
things.
So
four
my
days.
thing is, dog. What I'm saying is,
Not one.
if until you've been
And now
convicted
people are
of a crime,
Flipping too.
until you've been convicted of a crime, you're not technically a criminal.
Because
That's
they're-
a fact.
They're not gonna even pursue the charge, right? If it's gonna cost them too much money,
That's how the feds.
right? So going after Trump is gonna cost you a lot of money.
And political
you
campaigns
got
is
paid.
all
It's gonna
about
cost
money.
you money.
Yeah.
Going after the little fucking kid on the street who he could be
Nothing.
a corner boy, he could be a dealer, right? It's not gonna cost you
That's
nothing. He
not
gonna get a
the
public
only reason
defender.
there's-
They're gonna be like, yo, just plead out.
There's influence. There's people that's connected to other people. You might
There's-
try to prosecute somebody and get a phone call, and they're like, "Listen, you need to leave him alone."
I think for
It's
the
connected
highest
to
There's
office,
definitely that.
Yeah.
I think for the highest office, we shouldn't want somebody to represent us who has this many indictments, is facing this many charges.
How does
Nigga,
that
they're
make us
all
look-
criminals.
How does
dog.
that make us look
They all do
national?
illegal shit. Like I'm not putting politicians on this pedestal of you have to be this great person because like they all do foul
They
shit.
all do foul shit.
You know what I mean?
We can agree.
If you look at
Wait,
Like how you said you're not doing as well with Biden,
Yeah.
right? Trump just is more of a piece of shit than the rest of them.
okay, so let's go
Very
back.
honest about it.
Let's go back. Biden is politically flexible. Pause. Anything
Is
that
Haiti
he
a shithole
started off-
country?
Huh?
Is Haiti a shithole country?
or
No.
Okay.
But I mean, what does that have to do with anything? Are you a super predator? We could keep doing that all day.
What? Because you're talking about Clinton? We're not talking about Clinton.
Biden did it too. He was part of that whole
Oh, the crime bill.
campaign. Yeah, the crime bill.
he offered it.
He didn't say super predator.
I know that was Hillary Clinton, but
Yes.
what I'm saying is like he was part of that whole campaign where they were basically like
Biden wrote the bill.
creating this
Yeah.
this sense
Yes.
of hyper danger around black men to lock them up.
Yes.
And like posture and boost up the
right.
prison industrial complex. How many niggas is locked up right now over Biden? How like that could have echoed through like think about it.
It had a generation.
Biden Biden and Hillary probably did more damage to the black community than Trump ever did.
So,
But niggas is so wrapped up in he calling the country shithole. Dog, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm looking at your actions.
right. So the way Trump handled the pandemic,
different?
one may argue that he hindered the urban communities.
Listen,
just
man,
as much
Trump-
as Biden did. It was
Trump
crime.
let out.
Ooh,
You said what?
I'm not even reading.
he just kind of lit you up a little bit.
What he
there.
say?
Reading.
The way that Trump handled the pandemic is the equivalent to how Biden handled the crime bill as far as the infraction it had on minorities.
What?
We'll move on. What was you about to say?
No, I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay.
Number one. Two, he let out Wayne and Kodak, man.
Okay.
This nigga.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Listen, man.
Sometimes I've like, yo, Reg is smart and he says ignorant shit like this. and I
Listen,
just be like,
man.
oh yeah.
Two things
no.
can be
So,
true.
so
I guess
we
so.
not happy he let them out,
I really don't give a shit.
I don't really.
and we not happy that he went and got ASAP.
Nah, I don't really care about that.
So we're gonna leave that on. Okay, fine. Then
Shout out to them though. They're
just
free.
say, I'm just saying.
They be in Lux or something?
Do
And
you
the crazy
do
part,
you
ASAP,
feel like
ASAP said it wasn't
Do
even
you?
Trump that got him.
do you feel like Biden would have prioritized those guys as much as Trump did?
I don't care.
Okay.
Why
then
does
that's
that
fine.
matter?
I can tell you something now.
Wait, so the lives of black men don't matter?
I can tell
That's
you.
not the point.
There's about
3 black people getting out of
three,
jail
yeah.
do not solve racism.
yeah.
No, I'm not solving racism, but like again,
He
what I'm
also
saying is
stacked the
when
courts.
you look at
And those are 3.
Yeah,
when
okay,
you-
I can
say that, but
he stacked the courts, but
courts.
that's actually more so on the Democrats. We can't get mad at the Republicans for being good at winning because the Democrats suck at
Your
it.
agenda
it's to impede blacks.
and just people overall. I mean,
No,
Women.
listen, their agenda is to push their agenda.
right.
What is their?
But I don't
what
like
is
their
the-
agenda, so I
and
can't
what is
like
their,
him.
right,
Okay,
what's
I
the,
understand
Roe v.
that.
Wade left because of him.
What's the goal of their?
It wasn't because of him.
Largely in
He was a
part.
part of it, but if you go back far enough,
Big part.
Obama could have done the same thing with the courts.
So
And then if we're
he
looking
didn't have the
at,
House in his favor. It was a little different.
He
only
did
had
in the
about 2
beginning.
years. He only had the first 2 years where he.
okay, he did in the
three
beginning.
branches were
He
in
wasn't able to rally all Democrats. I mean, he had
lost
a
the
lot
House.
to deal with.
He lost the House after 2 years.
I'm just saying, if you're looking at the parties, the way they rally around each other, and then the Democrats, unfortunately, they cannibalize themselves. So when you look at the Democrats, they spend more time posturing than the Republicans do.
Actually, as
It
the
is-
Republicans have been doing as
Alright.
of late, they just got the speakership. I think
I was
they
about to
just
say
chose
word,
the
'cause
speaker.
That's
like
a very
4
different situation.
It was 4 niggas turned down 1 job.
The
for a
Democrats,
month.
the Democrats are getting rid.
amazing.
No, the Democrats are
guys
kill their
far more
winners.
political talk than you have.
Listen, the Democrats
won't get this.
kill their winners and the Republicans kill their losers. That's very stark difference.
What does that do for us though?
I'm not saying what it does for you. You're defending Democrats. I don't give a fuck about
I'm not
Democrats or
defending
Republicans.
Democrats.
I'm with whoever helps me get more money.
You know, I'll have this
I
conversation
defend
with you
policy, but
another time off of.
Yeah.
He just said whoever helps you get more money.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about your sense of community, because I don't think you have one.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that is a sense of community.
that actually might be an off camera.
I
Yeah.
don't
No,
think-
that is a sense of community. What are you talking about? If it benefits me, obviously it's benefiting other black people.
Okay.
Okay.
not your immediate family though. You know.
No, I'm not talking about my immediate family. I'm saying if you have policies in place that help not just businesses thrive, but the everyday person thrive, everybody felt like they did better under
The
Trump.
Republicans also want to tamp down immigration. They want to get rid of chain migration.
Then why did he get
Yeah,
reelected?
we
A
could.
lot of things.
I'm not saying I agree with Republicans. I'm just spitting facts, right? If you're saying because there's Democrats I'm fans of. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm more moderate. Like if you were to say whatever, I'm not left or right. I'm more of a centrist.
Like down the middle?
Anything that you're nasty. Anything that makes sense, right? So when you look at
Fuck with Bernie?
yeah, I fuck with Bernie Madoff.
Socialism?
Not Bernie
The
Bernie
fuck?
Madoff. Bernie,
Yeah, I fuck with Madoff.
Ponzi, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ponzi, man.
Ponzi? He came up. That's my nigga.
my nigga was lit.
Ponzi.
Billions.
Yeah. But
Get yours.
So if you're gonna do a crime, $1 billion crime is where you should be at. But
Don't agree with you.
listen.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, if
I
you're
agree
gonna
with you.
if you're gonna get jammed up, it got to
I
be over $1
agree with
billion.
you.
And the jail gonna be
Listen,
mad safe.
Word
I
up.
don't- like,
But like what I'm saying is, if you look at who the Democrats, Al Franken was a great Democrat.
Why you bring him up?
I'm just saying he was
Yeah.
cannibalized. What did he
He's
do?
just trying shit. He's trying to see how.
I'm not trying shit. No, I understand what you're saying, the women thing, but he
Accusations.
there was accusations, but none of it was proven. You have Elliot Spitzer, the whole what? I'm just saying, he hired a hooker.
Yo, that's the new show. That's the new show.
What?
I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
No, but
It should be a monologue.
Okay,
No guests.
but,
It's you and
but
the
you
camera.
gotta look
Cuomo?
at.
You gonna name Cuomo?
No,
You fucking Cuomo?
no. Listen, nigga, everybody loved Cuomo. Stop it. Everybody loved Cuomo to the accusations.
Four times. Yeah, you're right.
Everybody loved Cuomo to the accusations.
That's just because
He was bugging a little bit.
He's just Italian.
He was bugging a little bit. He might just be Italian.
just Italian.
They call everybody sweetheart. That's what I hear. I don't know.
They call you sweetheart, Reg?
Nah, they don't. Don't do
Good
that.
boy. They call him good boy.
That's
Good boy.
crazy.
Good
What I'm saying is, when you look at the Republicans that get in trouble, right? They rally around each other. They try to protect each other. They hold rank. That's their gang. Democrats, as soon as there's an inkling of anything, they feed you to the wolves. And unfortunately, the problem with that is the people that always get jammed up are like the top Republicans, the people that would win elections. They have to keep propping Biden up because there's no one on the Democratic side that pose well against Trump. Like it's like Weekend at Bernie's at the White House right now.
Yeah.
He don't know where he's at.
I wouldn't go.
And where's Kamala at? Who's seen Kamala?
She's working.
You're around.
Yeah, see, she in the closet somewhere.
Nah,
You just found a way to throw a black woman under the bus.
I'm not. They throwing black women under the bus.
Who's that?
Whoever's not putting Kamala front and center.
she's working.
I guess, my nigga.
She was big on immigration at one point. She's been doing a few different things.
Last I heard about Kamala, she did like a hip hop party somewhere in the White House.
Shout out to hip-hop
That was the last. Has anyone heard anything else? Am I bugging?
Why are you laughing?
Throw me in
What's
party.
wrong with that?
Throw me in party.
All right, yeah, she throws a great party. She throws a great party. She's fucking vice president, nigga.
And she can enjoy hip hop.
Shout out to Kamala.
All right, man.
I was actually watching this TED Talk about cancel culture.
Before we get into that, just one more point. You want Trump in office versus
I don't know.
No, if you have to pick between Trump and DeSantis,
I don't want any Republican right now.
I'm saying if you have to pick between Trump and DeSantis, you want Trump.
You
Think about it.
You think he's worse?
All right. DeSantis?
They're both pretty bad.
Nah, DeSantis is.
No,
oh
like-
my God, DeSantis is a level.
No, like in all
several
seriousness,
levels
I don't
above
think
Trump.
they're not gonna allow Trump to run. It sets a bad standard for us nationally.
I disagree.
Why?
I don't think so.
He's gonna.
Why?
He's gonna win. He's gonna be the Republican.
Son,
representative.
they want him to
If
stop.
they don't put him in jail.
Did you?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you look
He
at
just chose the speaker.
Did you look at the Republican debate?
I actually did.
Did you see what a shit show that was?
They needed him there.
Son.
I'm just being honest.
All
They
right,
needed
we
Trump
could
there.
we can move on. My bad. Go ahead, Darnell. We could.
I was watching a TED Talk on cancel culture, actually. All right?
Okay.
And this woman was like, how she a black woman. Black people are essentially the first people of cancel culture. Like, we were canceled at birth.
We create. Oh.
How we were
Shit.
already, like, ostracized and not allowed to do certain stuff and have certain things. So we were canceled to begin with.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a very interesting way to think about it.
That doesn't make sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. Because what do you do when you cancel somebody? You don't want to give them opportunity. Black people were limited opportunity. Disenfranchise them.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You demonize the people,
Yeah.
deal with them.
And it's funny because she basically,
That part.
she said she was facing cancel culture because she did a film on sex workers. And the sex workers were like, oh no, you're not a part of the community. How can you make this film or whatever? And she said she had done extensive research.
A gathering of sex workers, trying to stop anything is mad funny.
But she basically put out a film, and they were threatening to like cancel her and this and that. She was like, she had other sex workers that like
They supported her?
That supported her. That she like reached out to for the movie and based the characters on them. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she just made the movie.
Okay. Is she a former sex worker?
No, she was never a sex worker.
That's probably part of the issue.
But she's a
That was
content
part of
creator.
their
That
issue.
was the issue.
But how many sex workers are doing films? That is so fucking stupid.
That don't make no
That
sense.
you have
They
to
do-
be part of a community to make a film about that community.
That's not how it goes with anything else.
Maybe that's how it should, though. No.
So only sex workers can do movies on sex workers?
Not only, but you should consult one.
She did.
Yeah, he just said
She did the proper market research, and at the end of the day,
Yeah,
she's
she
just a
did.
content creator.
Okay.
And she said that she had just like faced that And then she started to think about like, wait, this feels a lot like how black people are treated. No,
Is she white?
No, black woman.
Okay.
She's black and Hispanic. Yeah, but it's interesting to kind of think about it because I never thought about black people as being the first ones a part of cancel culture.
I understand that.
And you was watching this documentary, like, they talk a lot in this porn.
Went over my head.
Yeah.
Because it's about the,
There you go.
it's about the sex workers.
I was about to say, do we have
I'm like,
No,
who watches
it was a TED Talk.
Oh, I thought you meant it was a documentary.
No,
No,
he said it
no,
was a
TED
TED
Talk.
Do we have any voicemails at all, Jamal? By any chance?
I mean, we've been potting for like 2 hours. We could just stop, right?
Yeah, actually,
Probably
let's see.
shouldn't say that, but
Yeah, no, we could just, I don't care what they think, nigga. We've been here 2 hours.
we close.
It's not Patreon.
Yeah, it's not Patreon. We should get to the Patreon niggas.
But before we
this
go,
is free.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Y'all been doing a better job with the comments.
Word.
Some
I
of us
appreciate
do
it.
respond, continue to comment. Y'all been doing a good job with the likes too.
And sign up
Continue
for
to hit the like
Patreon.
button. And sign
Listen,
up for
if
So that's where we're going
if anybody takes interest with me saying that, you're probably not liking, you're probably not commenting, and you're probably not subscribing. So my nigga, what are you mad at? This is free. You watched us. If at this point you've been watching, you watched us for free for 2 hours.
All right, Reg, you got it.
Yeah, Patreon niggas, man. Let's focus on that.
And Conor McGregor comes back in April. But we're out.
Fire.
What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought?